Morning, folks. How are we doing? Hello to everyone who's in here early. Fry Guy, Yamoya, Melancholy, Mama D, and Arif. How are you all doing, guys? I hope you're doing well this wonderful hump day. So thought I'd just do a little stream, just have a chat, catch up with things. No particular plan for this, really. I'm not the best at planning things, as anyone may know, and I was at some point sitting there going like, oh, I don't know, I could talk about some drama going on Twitter right now. I'm kind of invested in anyone who has me on Twitter. Probably saw what I was tweeting about earlier on, but I have no idea. I have no idea. I haven't covered it like closely enough. I'd heard about it, but I hadn't covered it closely enough, so I'm not really sure if it'd be worth me even talking about it. But yeah, how's everyone doing? You all doing well? You all having a good time yourselves? You all taking care of yourselves and all the good stuff in the world? Still being mentioned rent-free on Boogie streams. I don't know. Actually, I haven't watched the most recent one. I went and had a quick look at the one on our last live stream when we went on and we tuned in for about 2 nanoseconds and we heard Boogie ranting about people not liking him. I'm not 100% convinced that was him just talking about me. It's just kind of him just ranting about people in general, which is kind of unfortunate because he had done like a read-through of his own Wikipedia article, which is always the most like normal, well-adjusted thing in the world to do, because it's always so weird when you see Boogie posting just constantly non-stop on Twitter right now. That guys, this might come as a surprise for all of you. Okay, I'm gonna quickly say hey first to Fireproof and Lisa and Jose. This might come, and Unlimited Gamer Works as well. This might come as a surprise to you guys, but Boogie has reported that he's great. He's doing amazing mentally for the first time in his entire life, existence, universe. He's doing chef's kiss. He's just doing so well mentally, guys. I know he's never said this before, so I think this is a really big thing, and it's definitely real. It's just kind of weird to see a man telling everyone repeatedly how well he's doing. I see you just uploaded a new video about him being off his meds, so I'm assuming that's what that's about. But it just you see him doing that, and then the very next thing you see is him just online saying, "Oh, by the way, guys, haters are mean. I'm gonna go on on Twitch here, and I'm gonna read through my Wikipedia article and cope about it." It's just like, okay. I'm glad you're doing so well that you're not bothered anymore. That having shrooms, because the first time you've ever had psychedelics, apparently, it's finally been the thing to cure you guys. But yeah, kind of outstandingly cringe. Yeah, he's always doing well mentally. He's always doing well mentally. That's the thing. He's so put together, and it's not at all just a big cope he's doing, and it's just not at all ungodly cringe. But yeah, guys, it's been an interesting day or so. Got up my video. I finally decided to do a video on Boogie again, because why not? I got to get Dad's attention somehow. I was sitting there going, oh, Dad hasn't given me any attention in a while. Oh, I really want him to notice me. So I made the video about the boxing match, and I haven't actually followed up too closely on it. I posted that video, and that was kind of me just like, okay. That's going to be Dunzo's. That's going to be me Dunzo's. DMT saved his life until mushrooms saved his life. DMT was the first time he ever had psychedelics until he had mushrooms, which was the first time he ever had psychedelics. Oh, Christ. He is a humble guy. Suitor, you're 100%. He's just so humble. He's so humble that he's being able to self-cure himself by having shrooms. I'm gunning for him. I'm really hoping this is the start of an amazing journey to an epic boxing match, which I'm sure we're all looking forward to. We're getting a January recap. Not January, February. It's March now. My intention is to do a February recap. Probably not a January recap. He wasn't overly interesting in January because I did keep an eye on his stuff, and none of it was overly interesting, so I was just going to do a February recap. That's the intention right now. I've started scripting it and everything like that. Please watch more of Chantal's couple vlogs. Cowboy, that is my intention. I had started recording one already, but then it was coming up time for my stream, so it's like, okay, well, I'll push that aside and I'll finish it up maybe afterwards, maybe tomorrow, who knows. But it's just a wee quick one. It's to introduce everyone to Harry the Hamster, because I don't think a lot of people actually know Harry the Hamster, so I thought we could talk about Harry the Hamster. You'll think Boogs will really fight Wings of Redemption? Probably not going to happen. My idea, Godzilla, is that it's not actually going to happen, because, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a really cynical person. But that's my current thought process, is that it's not actually going to happen, and shrug. It's just going to be yet another the third instance in what, a year, just under a year. For the recent name drops from me, yeah, which is only fireproof. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Obviously, is because I got noticed by my dad finally, and I'm like, yay! And I just had to rush out and make a video about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced it's actually going to happen. It might, it might, but I really doubt it. The two of them are so inconsistent with following through on pretty much anything. Like I said, this is the third time for Boogie. Wings, like I said on my video, he was meant to go on the survival trip with PKA, and I don't know, exactly 12 hours before they were meant to meet, I think it was, Kyle decided to ring him and was like, oh yeah, just so I'm heading down that way now, do you want me to pick you up? We can get a motel close to the place together, make it a wee bit easier for us to meet in the morning. And Wings is just like, yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm just not going. And it's like, oh, okay. And that was for Wings' own podcast, a thing that he talked up to a ridiculous degree, even insulting the fourth host, Lefty, because Lefty immediately was like, "No, I'm not. I have no intention of doing this. This doesn't really sound like something I want to do." And Wings was talking about how he's not a real man for wanting to do it, and then Wings still backed out last second. He wouldn't go to his grandmother's funeral. I think I remember seeing that clip where he texted Kelly to tell her he wasn't going, and Kelly came in and was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, we'll talk about it some other time. We'll talk about it. I'm streaming right now. We'll talk about it some other time." Just because he wanted to avoid it. So he's not the most consistent person in the world. If I was going to pick someone to drop out this time, I'm probably going to pick Wings. Sorry, I'm dying a wee bit. I'd pick Wings as probably be the one to drop out, because Wings actually has really nothing to lose. He has no reputation online anymore. He doesn't really have a devoted core base of actual fans still, whilst Boogie does still have a relatively small, but he still has a fan base. Especially if it's pay-per-view. I think the worry is, if it's pay-per-view, that it's going to be risky to cancel last minute, because I'm sure they're going to write something in the clause that if you drop out, it's you're going to get in trouble for it. There's going to be some financial penalty for you. Maybe you'll be held accountable for any ticket refunds or anything along those lines. But for Boogie, I think he wouldn't want to upset his fan base by saying, guys, I'm definitely going to do it. Irishman versus Boogie ladder match. I don't know what my favorite. Hell in a Cell. We'll do Hell in a Cell match, so he can't escape my wrath, guys. We're gonna do Hell in a Cell, and the cell will be Boogie's house, and it'll be me with a GoPro and him with a gun. Oh Christ! Someone in my comment section had mentioned that a really fun thing to do would be to do a mukbang boxing. So they have one round of boxing, and in between each round they sit down and they have to eat 20 chicken wings as fast as possible. Something like that. I was like, that would be more interesting, because for me this would be a gimmick match. A gimmick match would be much faster. I said it to someone in the comment section. I'll see if I can quickly find it here. It reminded me of a little anime I watched. I talked about it in one of my streams, but I think it'd be really funny if they did. It's gonna be loud, isn't it? Oh, there you go. If they did, because it's a summer game people would do where they kind of stand on a ring out in the water, and they have to knock each other off by ass blasting each other. And it was an anime I always thought was really fucking funny. This anime Kaijo, where they stand in a ring and you have to try and knock each other off by slamming each other with your asses. And I was like, do you know what? That's what we need. That's gonna be the one for me. If they do that, I will pay for the pay-per-view. So if you get Wingo and you get Boogie out there, and they stand on a tiny little island, and they have to belly bounce each other off the ring into the water, something like that, I'll be all up for it. But a boxing match is just kind of It's really not going to do a huge amount for me. Because we've all seen Boogie box. It's in his shorts here, isn't he? We'll watch the most recent one soon, but I want to watch his old one first. Where's his old one? This one. The toe touches and shit like that. So this is Boogie's Amazing Exercise Program. When was this from? This is from June, was it? Maybe? May. It was from May of this year. Of last year. This was Boogie when he was getting ready for his Sam Hyde fight. I hate shorts, because you can't fast forward shorts, can you? I don't know. I'm pretty bad at life in general, so I don't know if you can fast forward. But look at this. This is the Pinnacle Fitness here. It'll be 1 year until his next match. Like, imagine coming from this and being like, I'm gonna have a boxing match soon. Imagine something like that. So what I wanted to do is get him there. So, okay, look at this punching. I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked a punch bag, but there's like no movement. It is just swaying. With this kind of punching style, the only thing Boogie's going to do is blow his back out. That is the only thing Boogie's going to do. Oh, Thomas B, thank you very much for Super Chat. Tell Cobra to stop filming up his nose for shorts. The first thing I'd probably tell Cobra to stop doing for his shorts is to stop farting. All I ever see from Cobra is like wet, juicy ones, and that's all it's called. It's just wet, juicy ones, and it is just him repeatedly farting and being like, haha, I fart to own the trolls, dudes. And that's all I see of him. I guess 15-pound weights is staple boxing training. Well, you know, you got to start small, Strange. You know, come on. By this point, because it's been like, what, 9 months, 10 months since then. Obviously, he's on like 50 pounds on each arm, just racking up those, and that's just like starting. That's just his quick reps. Martial arts for 8 years. Boogie is in no condition to exercise moderately. Well, yeah. That it's something because I actually got a comment from Keemstar on my video. I actually got a comment from Keemstar on my video. I responded to it earlier on. Where is it here? I'm see if I can quickly find it for you guys. I don't even know how to if I could easily pull this up on the stream here. I probably guess I just went to the video, wouldn't it? Duh. Burf. Okay. Makeup. Where is it here? Okay. So I actually got a comment from Keemstar, drama alert. This video is way too negative. Everyone, including yourself, wants to see these two box each other. It's going to be awesome. You can have your criticism of them, sure. I'm not saying you're wrong. But this video comes across like this isn't exciting with these two boxing each other. It definitely is exciting, and for the culture. Leading up to the fight and after the fight, I'm sure you'll make like 15 videos on this. So stop being so sad. Be happy this is happening. Hopefully happening. Which doesn't make that even doesn't leave me doesn't leave me feeling overjoyed, but it's like I'm doing everything in my power. Which yeah, cool, 100%. Like it doesn't really bother me that he kind of called me out. Use the kickbox, Lisa. Love to go rounds with him. Well, you live in his area. He wouldn't even have to travel very far. Hey, marathon guy, how are you? How many swim laps do you figure he's up to now? 400. Well, because he was doing like a week after joining the gym, he was doing 2 hours of laps every day. He's probably maybe he's working out 26 hours a day or something like that. And I think it's probably 26 hours a day he's working out. And then he swims from the pool. Just because he's so good at swimming now, he swims through the air. He swims all the way to McDonald's where he has to just, you have to get an ice cream because, he's at McDonald's. Like, people calling you out of literally anything. Never feel anything about Keem of all people calling you out. It doesn't bother me. I'm more than happy. I give it a wee heart. I give it a wee heart. I don't fucking, like, he's not like, I don't know, he's not shitting on me. Like, it's fine. His opinion is totally valid. The only thing I disagree with is, like, you'll make 15 videos on this. Like, bro, he obviously doesn't know who I am. I'm incredibly lazy. There's no fucking chance of me making 15 videos on this. But I responded pretty much to say, but if you make it happen, congrats on you, because it'll be your input that does it, not Wings and Boogie. This is the 3rd time in less than a year I've had this idea for Boogie in particular, and both are sort of prone to dropping out of things. Do you think people have a right to be skeptical, though? Especially for pay-per-view. Wings cancelled his own podcast event night before, and the lolcow area of the internet, I'm sure a lot of people still remember the Workasaw Tonkasaw nightmare. I'm not sure if you guys do. I can see a lot of people still talking about it, so maybe you guys don't. Maybe it's scheduled for more than 2 months away, but May 2023 is too tight for these boys to even learn how to throw a punch out putting their backside. If you get it to happen, I'll eat my words. I'm more than happy to admit my else, which is true. Like, if anyone's ever watched my streams, I am more than happy to admit when I have made like a terrible Iron Buffalo Tribe. There you go, exactly that. The oxyberries and everything like that. I just need to make one video, which is, to be fair, the length of 15 less of it YouTubers. Well, for that video was only about like 12, 13 minutes or something like that. So actually I did pretty well with that because I didn't want it to be like a massive thing. It was really just me kind of responding to it. So yeah, that's the thing. I think Keem's in 100% like fair and honest there. That for a lot of people, it probably is exciting. I'm probably just a very jaded person, and I have no confidence that it's actually going to happen. And if it does happen, it is probably going to be Keem's doing. You think Keem is monitoring Boogie's videos? I don't think so. I think Keem is probably just he's the one promoting the match. I think he probably went and looked to see what people's reaction was online. I think that's more than likely what the case is. And I don't know, dead air, whoa, Kimasabe. I don't really know how many other people have talked about this. Because I'm sorry, I don't really search for other people's opinions on things. Maybe I'm egotistical or something like that, but it's not really. I don't really go out and say like, I wonder what everyone else is saying about Boogie and Wings fighting, because it's just, I don't know. It's not interesting to me. I know enough about the information in general myself. I don't go looking for it. The one I wanted to talk about was Lummox, a hired hoodlum, did a compilation of Wings's, because Wings doesn't leave his live streams up, so I never really get to see them. I was very lucky to see that one going live right after the announcement, and that's why I jumped across and just started screen recording it, because I knew he'd delete it afterwards. But Lummox did a compilation, apparently it's him talking about the details of the Boogie fight, and I thought we could watch through it ourselves. Lummox is a paid troll. I've heard that. I've heard him and... Who was the other guy? It's him and someone else apparently were working with Wings. They were getting like they were paying him or something like that, so he didn't flag their channels. It's something like that. Wings 007, is it Wings 007? I thought he was one of the original OG ones. But yeah, I'd heard bits and pieces about it. I can't remember who it was like calling people out for it. Has more meat to it because it's been an hour. I was thinking if there's more to the story Unlimited, I probably could have gone on a lot longer. Well, boss, how are you for turf? I don't know what turf means, but I'm well, thank you, Shane. So like, if there's more information, I probably could have gone on longer, but it was like, there wasn't much information came out at the time, and I just kind of wanted to get it out and have a quick chat about it, because I knew people would be interested, and a few people already asked me what my opinion was on it, so I thought, why not, I'll come out. So I was thinking we could watch this, because this is from the next live stream, of where Wings probably gives a wee bit more information on it, and we could have a wee watch through it and just see what the crack is. Who honestly cares if Wings trolls pay him? Wings haters, would do you know what, Wings haters, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a Frank Hassel situation with Wings, because Wings haters they go hard. They go hard. Like Boogie wouldn't be able to cope with having like the level of trolls that Wings has. You know, like, Boogie in his mindset has like, it's like, oh, this troll army's amassing against me. I'm basically a one-man Alamo here, and it's like, wait, Boogie's got like, I don't know, Call of Duty, I think, occasionally responds to him. I think Call of Duty occasionally talks about his stuff. Me, obviously, but even recently I haven't, which is why he got upset and like drunk texted me at 2 a.m. like a jealous ex-girlfriend on his live stream. And the Irish Army is pretty gigantic. Bro, I don't even think we have a helicopter. I don't even think we have a helicopter. But what I'm trying to think, because like there's exposing Boogie 298. They're gone. The Boogie 298 archive one, who was exposing Boogie 298 2.0 originally, I think they're gone as well. So yeah, Wings would shoot to kill. See, actually, I do feel that would probably be the case where Boogie wouldn't, and Wings at least seems to have some common sense with handling a firearm. Like, so I don't really think there's anyone who particularly covers Boogie. There's a troll called Winkleham who apparently like really hits Boogie and is like super obsessed with him. But he, like, his Kiwi Farms thread barely moves unless it's like a big deal come out. I just think most people don't care about him anymore. Wings' fan base though, fucking hell, they're the type of people who will sit on Discords like for days on end. You know, scheming and plotting and finding out how to hack him and how to get him and what to do with him, and like different plans, like talk to people who know him in real life, all that kind of stuff. You know, Mir Spalls and I, we have a lion's heart, and thus we can overcome any obstacle. Marathon guy, I'm so glad for your enthusiasm. Welcome to the Irish Army. He hasn't common sense, he's just handled half arms. Yeah, I probably should have worded it better. Like, JC, you're right there. I probably should have worded it more like that. So yeah, I don't know. Wings' trolls go incredibly hard. So much so that I don't really like enjoy a lot of Wings content anymore, because Wings himself is a pretty boring guy nowadays. You don't get the big rages and the screaming matches and everything like that. You don't get anything like that really anymore, because like Wings is on, I think, like antidepressants and stuff like that. So he's like totally mellowed out, and now he just kind of just sits there and he just mumbles and he's annoyed. I used to watch his what are they called? Rainbow Six Siege matches, because at least those were somewhat interesting, because I actually was like, oh, it's an interesting enough game. The occasional breakdown, yeah, you get the occasional breakdown, okay, but it's nothing like it used to be. And anytime I see, because I follow a couple of these guys, anytime I see they all are putting up the same video, which I think is part of the collusion thing with Wings. A lot of them put up the same videos. And it is like every single one of them is just saying pretty much, well, they're not even saying anything, because like Wings' trolling is generally all just clip channels. There's very few people who actually talk openly about him or make documentaries or response videos or anything like that. Because like he doesn't really do videos, he does long live streams that he immediately deletes. Alfexer and Lexapro has ruined the fun. Yeah, that's I've heard he's on some pills, and that has totally like shrunk his ability to go fucking boogaloo. Which isn't as interesting. And Wings trolls are generally so humorless and so like, yeah, that's fine. Is he working? Oh, is he working fucking Uber Eats? Let's fucking ruin him. And you're just like, okay, that's cool. That's a bit much, guys, but like, Jesus fuck, calm yourself. And it's just not as, not really as fun. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but the fun with Wings has kind of died for me. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start watching this. I've rambled on far too long, guys. That is a thing as well. Maybe it's because they all do like the same clips over and over again, but they all have like really long intros, and I'm not a fan of that. They want to see him homeless. They want to see him dead. Like I guarantee, if he's like, I'm going to kill myself, they would be like, oh, thank God. You know, which is a bit much. As everyone knows, I am very anti that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of doxing, going to people's houses, trying to ruin their lives or anything like that. So I just, when they start doing stuff like that, I'm like, okay, calm yourself down. Like, Wings is stupid. Like, he invites some of it with like the Uber Eats thing I mentioned. Like, Wings shouldn't talk about it so much. I think he like filmed going some of the places. I think he filmed going some of the places, and he showed some of his like his orders or something like that on stream, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Why the fuck would you do that? You know your trolls are like psychotic and they're after you. Why would you draw any attention to this? It would have just made more sense if you just did Uber Eats on the side and just were quiet about it. It's like Boogie always going like, oh, if I got a real job, my trolls would go after it. It's like, nah, I highly doubt they would, because like I said, most people don't actually really care about you. But like, Wings was like, it's like if Boogie got a new job and then like constantly talked about his new job and like filmed himself at his new job. I was like, bro, maybe just keep your offline. Wings couldn't do that though. I think I remember when you and your QAnon friends tried to kill Boogie. That was a dark time in our history though. We don't really do that as much anymore. We mainly just meet and talk about how JFK is going to come back and save America, I think. Because that is something I'm heavily invested in as an Irish person. Okay. That was a good clip.
Okay.
I want to hear about the Boogie fight, thanks.
You get my text? You didn't get my text?
Okay. This is the summation of most of Wings' streams nowadays, which is why I generally don't care. Did you see the Pikamee news? Yes, already I saw the Pikamee news. That was something I was intending to talk about, but like I said, I don't really know a huge amount about it. I'll talk about it after we cover this, but...
Oh, I think I said it out loud.
How many months we're going to be waiting for Mike Cullum? Apparently April. That's when Boogie said.
This isn't me dodging the fight or anything.
Oh.
But
that is such a bad start. Oh God, no! Imagine the first clip on this fight card thing is just like, no, about the fight. And this isn't me trying to dodge it. It's like, oh God, no! Why? What a start, guys! The dream's alive.
As it sits right now, it's been in talks for a bit.
Okay.
And
so
far, this is all I've gotten is promises, and I don't want to talk about the fight until I got a contract. Thank you, baby. You're so sweet to me.
If I were single and Pokemon wanted me, would I do it? Do I think she's an attractive woman? Yeah. Her personality probably would make me want to grate my dick off. For the amount of money, maybe. She's super rich. Maybe if we didn't have to do a prenup or something like that. But no, probably not, because her personality makes me sad.
So like, it's not that I'm not down to promote it or whatever. I'm just waiting until there's a contract in place.
You remember when I said in my video, it feels like Wings is always like reading a eulogy anytime he talks about this fight. Jesus, like imagine this fight, and he's like, I'm not dodging or anything, but it's like, I've just, we're just been talking about it, and it's like there's promises, but I haven't got a contract yet, guys. So I was like, oh, come on. If the price is right, 100% if the price is right. I'd be a fucking sugar baby for Pokemon. 100%. I'd fucking be all over that money. Have I seen Boogie's new video? We haven't watched Boogie's new video. We're thinking about watching it on the stream. Is Sideank, is it cringe or just bad?
The person that's stolen is good for it.
If Boogie wanted to get with me, would I do it? He doesn't have enough money. He just does not have enough money. And also, he's my dad, so that would be weird.
100% believe they're good for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, I probably won't get it this season.
This is
But,
about.
you know, it never hurts to try.
This is Rainbow Six, isn't he? He's talking about.
And the main reason I said I won't get it this season, I got a lot of traveling to do in the next couple months.
Okay, which is about the fight, probably. Cool.
Nobody knows about the traveling. I'm just saying I do have a bunch of traveling I got to do. I've been keeping my stuff a secret for a reason.
You know what? I sighed there, but at the same time, I literally was just complaining that Wings should keep more stuff offline. And I guess, you know what? He's actually doing it this time, so I can't complain. That would be double standards to me. Any chance Keem is sick of taking L's on these guys, like the podcast, and force them into accepting the contract? Well, Wings here says there is no contract yet. And with the podcast, Boogie has said that it is going ahead, but just with him and Wings. But I don't actually know if that's true or not, because Keem was the one apparently trying to organize it. He was going to have a quarter share. DSP was going to have a quarter. Boogie was going to have a quarter. Wings was going to have a quarter. Boogie, on his live stream recently, said it's going ahead, but he didn't mention Keemstar at all. He said he's been trying to get it to go ahead, but he needs help with the organizing the podcast. And he said that someone from the PKA boys is now in contact with him and Wings to try and organize it. So, I don't know. It sounds like Keem has been pushed out of that deal, I think. It's a bit odd. Hey, Doopy, mate, how are you? It's kind of odd. It sounds like Keem has been totally pushed out of this podcast thing, and now it is solely going to be Boogie and Wings. But I don't get how that could happen, because Keem was the bankroll for it. Keem was the one putting forward the money for it. So I don't know how that's meant to happen.
To be honest, Boogie jumped the gun a little bit on the promotion.
Well, see, it's weird he's calling out Boogie jumped the gun a bit on the promotion, because Wings today was like trying to like do online beefing with Boogie, where he called him Pizza the Hut, which is okay. So he's trying to get involved in it now a wee bit more. But it's weird to say Boogie jumped the gun with the promotion when it was Keemstar who posted it out, and then Boogie retweeted that. What do you need to bankroll a podcast? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. They have all the equipment they would need for a podcast. The only thing you might need is like graphics and maybe like an intro, you know, something like that. That's all I feel you would need. But I'm hardly that good a YouTuber myself, guys. So do you know what I'm gonna say? I'm probably not the best person to comment on that. Because I struggle to make videos where I comment on apparently only fat people's videos, and that's the extent of my knowledge. They only agreed initially for the 50k sign up on Keem's own podcast because he wanted to do it as a big as baited. Which, yeah, I guess, but the thing was, there's meant to be 50k each for the three of them, and it was meant to be an hour a week, I think, for 12 months. That was the original plan. And the original thing that they were talking about is that they weren't... Because I always thought it was going to be them saying, like, goofy shit, like, them just talking about their daily lives. Apparently that wasn't the intention, because I heard Keem talk about it recently, and Keem was saying that he wanted them to cover topics, which would be far more interesting. Do you know what? Because I was pretty negative, as Keem says, I'm a negative person. I was pretty negative on the idea of the podcast, but then he was like, I want them to talk about like Ukraine and Russia fighting, and I was like, that's kind of, God, that's kind of fun. Then I'll be up for that, because I'd love to hear like DSP's incredibly uneducated takes, and Wings probably saying like, I don't know, we should just drone strike Putin, something like that, and Boogie'd be like, I don't know, guys, I don't know, both sides, both sides, and then that would be most of the podcast, really. He just had to review anime. God, I wish I could teach myself how to review anime. Come on, we've seen my efforts so far. Can you teach us how to make thumbnails? Fuck you, Rince. You're a sassy bitch tonight, aren't you? I think my podcast, my thumbnails have gotten slightly better. Maybe slightly better, because I learned how to use the film grain effect on Photoshop. So now every time I put a picture of someone in, I just put like a film grain effect on them to try and hide how shit it looks.
That is what it is.
First Boogie and now Keem. I also had, who else did I have comment on one of my Juggernuggets also commented on my my coverage of the drama, you know, whole try to cancel him for being transphobic thing. He also commented on that. So, guys, I'm basically one of the big dogs. Also, Tipster called me out and called me a turbo cuck. So I guess he also called me out and just told me how fucking stupid I was. So I guess, does that count? Am I in the big leagues now? Never commented before, but enjoy. Joe, thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciate the work. Most people just seem to have me on in the background, which is fine. Like I'm just here to ramble away about it. Nick Diori responded to me. I think he's responded to me a couple times on Twitter, but that's just like a response to a tweet, like, so I wouldn't even count that. Oh, my homies hit Tipster. I don't mind Tipster. I think he puts his foot in his mouth fairly too often, but I used to do that a lot as well. Back before I really cared about, like, YouTube in any way, my Twitter accounts were mainly just me being a dickhead and like joking around with people and messing around, just saying shit for fun. So I get it. I get it. Unfortunately, he's considerably larger than me, so he probably should be more careful than I was. Mr. Beast called me out too. Me and Mr. Beast are collaborating. We are actually having a boxing match in May 2023. We're actually in the same card as. Just don't tell anyone yet, because it is a secret. Keen asked me not to. That's why Keen contacted me, is because we're organizing the Mr. Beast fight between me and him. It's Mr. Beast versus Mr. Potato. We thought it'd be like an interesting thing, especially because he did the Mr. Beast burger. I was going to be the Mr. Beast fries. That was. So that joke was not even close to worth it.
Always said, if the money's right, I'll get knocked out for anybody.
Oh boy. See,
that being said, I mean, like,
I'm curious how much he's getting, because he wanted 100,000.
It is what it is.
Because did I even say that in the video? Because he originally stated he wanted 100,000 plus pay-per-view cuts plus. Oh, I did say it, plus a prize pool. That was, that's not a huge amount compared to like what some people are getting paid, but it's like quite a lot, especially when Boogie's on saying like, guys, we're pushing for it to be free view, which I really can't see happening. Out of the three lolcows, I feel like DSP is the worst of the bunch, whilst Wings is the least. That's an interesting take. Like, as a human, or to watch. Because DSP, I think, is a bad person, but he's just like a bad person. He's never, like, violent or anything like that. He's just, he begs. He's a prolific beggar, but everyone knows he begs. Like, no one should be surprised whatsoever that he is a beggar, So I don't know. DSP is like, he's like a lolcow. He's like not a good person, but I don't know. I really don't think he is like Hitler or anything like that. To be fair, okay, I'm going to ask you spoilers for you, because like I'm working my way through this. I'm going to spoil it for you because you all know I'm like a turbo actual like fence sitting turbo cuck, because I don't think Boogie is like Hitler either. I think he's like a bad person, but I think that's the extent of it. I think he's a bad person. He's a manipulator. Wings has probably said the most troublesome things, in my opinion. I'm not even talking about the potential being a predator thing, like Thomas just mentioned. I'm not even talking about that, because like maybe it's real, maybe it's not. Like that's JC. He may be, because he said some things. My issues with him is he talking about like killing people like repeatedly, saying he hopes people's families die in an automobile accident, all that kind of stuff. Him showing the bullets he has and being like, guys, this is what I'm going to use when I do myself in. Talking about how if he ever intends to kill himself, he's going to go on like a shooting spree and try and like kill as many cops as possible. I'm not sure if anyone remembers him saying that. Maybe I had like a fever dream, but I specifically, he threatened to kill cops years ago. That's exactly, I remember him saying that, because he was talking about how anytime a cop like pulls him over, he's like making sure he knows where his gun is and stuff like that. And you're just like, bro, what the bro, sorry, what? So anytime I hear about that, I'm just like, bro, Jesus fuck. Like, so Wings, I would say, as a person, is the worst. He's easily the worst. But he's also the most entertaining, probably, to watch. So he's probably the most entertaining. Doesn't he also dox people who say mean things about him? I think all three of them. Well, Boogie, I don't think Boogie ever has, but I think Boogie has probably threatened people too. Like the FPS Buttergolden guy. I imagine Boogie probably would try and dox people or hold it over their head if he could. I think that is a possibility, but I don't know if he's ever actually doxed anyone. Wings, I think, has doxed people, and DSP has also doxed people, from what I know. So, though that's both pretty bad. So maybe, honestly, maybe Boogie's the least bad out of the three of them. Maybe he's the least bad out of the three of them. DSP is the most adjusted of them. He doesn't overextend. See, that's a good point. Fireproof. He doesn't really go out. He stays in his lane. You know, it's like Keem was talking about him recently on the Some Ordinary podcast, where they pretty much said that DSP when offered like 50 grand for that interview for that podcast, was like, nah, I don't really want it. Nah, fuck it, it's Dice blood money. I don't really want it. You think he tried to dox Mr. Tom? That's the thing, Vacuous. A lot of people think he tried to. Everyone thinks that was an alt of his, but no one actually knows. So that's why I can't 100% hold that against him. But like DSP, he knows his audience. He just wants his little audience. I don't think he really cares that much about growing. He wants his little audience of pay pigs, and he's more than happy. It's not sustainable. Eventually, it will go down. But who knows? If it stays the way it is, I'm sure he'll be fine. DSP might go a bit nuts if his audience keeps dropping the way it is and his pay pigs keep leaving, because eventually he will actually be in financial issue. Wings was way worse in the future and is now just totally deflated. So it's kind of hard to try and balance them. I'm probably going to argue that I think Boogie out of the three of them is the least bad, because he's just like a bad person and a bit of a creep and a bit of a weirdo. But I think that's about it. Potentially abusive to women, but it's like verbally abusive, so it's like bad, but it's not like he didn't Chris Brown someone, you know. You disagree, JC? That's the thing. I think it is one of those ones where everyone will have their own opinion of it. Wings, thank you, Thomas, for the super chat, by the way. Wings is a gun weirdo, but Boogie arrested for a gun. It is kind of weird that that's how it turned out. That Boogie's the guy who's like, I would never hold a gun because I'm scared of guns and I'm a pacifist, and he somehow is the one who got in bother over having a gun. DSP's just a creep. DSP is just he's just a creep, yeah, as well. But because of like potentially doxing people and the way he's just like weird with his like pay pigs, that's why I think he's slightly worse than Boogie. Boogie's an actual felon. Boogie is an actual felon. Like he's a massive idiot. Like the biggest problem with the gun charge is that it is very slightly. It's like, well, Frank Castle really shouldn't have been there, you know? So that's why it makes that one a slight harder bit for me. And for what we know, JC, he might actually not be a felon. He doesn't even seem to know. He's all over the place. And if he's actually a felon, if his deferred adjudication is going to wipe it out, you know, it's muddy. Did I hear what Tipster said? What? Sorry, maybe I must have missed something there. The warning star could have potentially killed someone. That's the thing. It potentially could have killed someone. But then it's the argument of like momentary absolute stupidity versus like Wings like sitting here talking about how his intention is to kill as many police officers as possible. You know, I think that's why Wings is certainly considerably higher in the food chain of being like a Jesus kind of person. You know. Well, sorry, we'll get back to this. I've ranted for too long. There we go.
I'm not going to discuss the money.
That's all people want to know.
Money or strategy.
I love you keep saying, I'm not going to discuss strategy. It's like, Wings, what is the strategy? What could potentially be the strategy for something along these lines? You know? I just don't really know. No problem, JC. Don't worry, it's grand, mate. I just don't... What could be the strategy? It's like, I'm going to punch him. It's like... Yeah, because you're not gonna. It's not like fucking. This isn't UFC. It's not being like, well, see, I know he's mainly a grappler, so what I'm gonna do is try and stay on my feet. I'm gonna try and stay in the corner, so if he does get a hold on me, I can get against the fence and prop myself up. It's just like, what strategy, bro? Like, you can't be like, well, I'm gonna try and dance around him and wind him. It's like, bro, you would wind yourself doing that. You know, I try not to get gas first. Yeah, try not to. His strategy is he's gonna take one of those little shopping carts. You know, you get in like Tesco's or something like that, the wee electric ones. He's going to take one of those down to the ring so he's not too tired for the match, because Boogie's going to walk down. So Wings is already at like 10-point advantage right there, because Boogie's going to be deep breathing from walking to the ring. Wings will have like ridden down on air conditioned, and that's going to be him sorted. Make Boogie rage over his ex-wife. See, that's the problem. That could actually work in Boogie's favor though. Like, he's going to, oh god, imagine he's going to grow his beard out and he's going to come out dressed as Frank Hassel. He's going to come out dressed like Frank Hassel or something like that with a GoPro on his head. And he's going to just send Boogie into a blind rage, and Boogie will forget to defend himself and will gas himself out super quick, trying to run to find a gun or something like that.
Well, look on the bright side, right?
Oh, I love it. You know, the one funny thing would be if Frank Hassel actually like, bought like a front row ticket there or something like that. Or if he hired Frank Hassel to be his like ring man, So that would be hilarious. That is something that could make this really funny. Keem, work on that behind the scenes. Do you think the fight will happen? I don't think the fight will happen because, we're even from the little bit we've listened to Wings here, he's already been like, well, it's just it's a promise. It's not like a contract or anything like that. And it's like already like, then Frank jumps into the ring. Imagine Frank should be the referee. They should announce a referee. Like the two of them should walk out to the ring and be like, oh, there's no referee here. And then Frank should like come down from a helicopter, like he said he's gonna do at Boogie's house, and rappel down from a helicopter and be like, yeah, boys, and just he's there with a GoPro on his head, filming the match, like first person view as the referee. Oh, it'd be incredible. It'd be so good.
And Boogie both have had the surgery, so we're both at equal chance to be dangerous.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, they have it. But admittedly, it's been a long time. I don't think a gut punch could possibly rupture it. But who knows? Who honestly knows?
You don't get paid. You don't get paid for the fight till after you do it. So like, me backing out at the last second wouldn't benefit me. And I know you think you.
Yeah, but like a lot of things you do wouldn't benefit you, and you still do them. Do you think they would be able to sumo? I think everyone in the entire world would be able to sumo. I'm still arguing the point that I think they should do the kaiju thing and have them on a little floaty island trying to butt bash each other off. That would be funny as hell to me. Woody, PK host, Wings. Yeah, that's it. I love his be a do or not a don't do. I love that speech. The build up to Mr. Medicator doing the Wings of Redemption stream was so funny because they went on PK, and it's probably my favorite PK. It's just Mr. Medicator talking to the PK boys. I would honestly have loved if he had done it again before he retired.
Boy, Jay's got some bitch in his blood, right?
Oh, Jesus, no bitch in that blood.
Let me point something out to you that you might not realize.
This is at 1.25 times speed.
I flew to another country to have the only surgery I've ever had.
Okay.
By a guy that can't speak English.
I don't know his level of ability to speak English really affects him cutting into your body, but like, okay. okay, Jordy, that makes sense to me, I guess.
On blind faith.
And money. Like, you paid him. It wasn't blind faith.
There's my word back.
If Boogie wins, his prize is his ex-wife calling him once more. Because like Wings is trying to get his wife flown out with him. I mean, Boogie doesn't try and be like, I want Dad's out with me. Maybe he'll bring his like one of his most recent sugar babies or something like that. He'll hire like a 10 out of 10. He'll hire Pokemon to be his ring girl.
Just because I backed out of a camping trip one time.
Yep.
I've done more things than I've not done.
Like what? Because he did the Billionaire Bash, I know that. He did the Billionaire Bash, or was it the Millionaire Bash? He did that. But like, what really has like Wings done? Because he did the surgery in Mexico, which is right, yeah. But it was like, it took so long. Everyone thought he wasn't going to do it. Everyone thought he wasn't going to. Everyone thought it was a scam because it took him so long to organize it. And this is like after massive pressure.
I don't know what my chin's like, man. I mean, like, I can sit here and talk shit. I can be like, I'm facing a guy that's literally like 15 years my senior. He's been on disability 20% of his life, and he has the only thing he's ever beaten in his life has probably been his meat.
Jesus. Jesus.
I could be that person and still get knocked out, right? I don't know what my chin is. Like, last time I got into a fight was high school. It's all, but you gotta understand, like, when it comes down.
Vacus, I like that. Look here, look, listen. I like that. I appreciate that.
Out to it, it's all gonna be showmanship. Like, you can say stuff. What makes you think
the shit talking could potentially be fun? The shit talking could potentially be fun. If Wings is on game, his shit talking would be pretty good. Boogie has never been that good at shit talking. I've seen him try and argue with a few people. I think the best ever performance he did was V, and that was on the kill stream back during the BetterHelp thing. But even then, it was like kind of like you're arguing against V. You might as well be shouting like at a small child. The weigh-in will also be pretty good, Travis.
He can stop me. Played school.
Two Boogie's going to have Sugar Babies as sponsor on his short. He's going to have Just Seeking as his sponsor on his shorts or something like that. With Marco. Maybe, do you know what? Because everyone was joking Wings should get Wendy's as his sponsor. 100% Boogie, just even for a laugh, if he has any sense of humor in him, get Marco's Pizza to sponsor him. That would actually be kind of funny.
I've had a physical labor job. I mean, I've had an entire series where like I did athletic things for a guy my size.
Okay.
FPS boot.
Yeah, FPS boot camp. Yeah. You know what? You did do that, and you wanted to quit. Was it like the first night or the second night, and you had to be talked into it repeatedly, and Woody had to keep phoning you and talking you and telling you should do it, and then eventually you just stopped caring about it, and then you quit. Like so. Yeah, you did it, but it's like. you know, guys, just so you know, I climbed Everest. Like, you know, I got there and I was like, actually, I'm not going to do this. And then the Sherpa was like, oh, mate, just get on my back and I will carry you up it. And I was like, okay. And then, like, I got pulled up it by 17 Sherpas. You know, it's like, technically, did I climb Everest? Yeah, I guess. But then I got a helicopter down from the top because it couldn't be arsed walking back down again, you know?
Camp, you know, the workouts with Drew.
Boogie won the debate against the guy who accused him of faking the Frank Castle situation. Monday and Matt, I would also argue that arguing against Monday and Matt would be you might as well shout out a Funko Pop in that situation. But I don't even know. See, the problem with Monday and Matt is he is so super cucked that he didn't give. There was no pushback. It wasn't an argument or a debate. It was just Boogie like guilting him and shouting at him and you know talking about suicide and etiquette killing himself. You know, it was I would not consider that a victory. It's like if I don't know, if I walked into your house and like just took a sandwich from your fridge and you were just like, bro, what are you doing? And then I walk back out again, I wouldn't be like, I successfully dominated that man and stole his stuff. You'd be like, who was that guy? Yeah, you know, it's not like an achievement or an accomplishment.
I mean, I'm not an avid follower of Boogie, but has he ever done any of that stuff?
I'm
not gonna give any details out. Like everything will come out with time. I can tell you this: everybody can watch it because I know mine and Boogie's fight will be streamed on YouTube for free.
Okay.
We are not the main event by any means.
But that doesn't mean it's going to be streamed for free.
We're not a part. We're a part of the pay-per-view, but we're not part of the pay-per-view. We're what you call a preliminary fight.
Okay, so that actually makes it sound a lot better. Okay, I'm actually this is legit 2 times speed. This is times and a half now. It was times and a half just because I want to make sure we actually hear. But that's okay. So I'm a little bit more hopeful if they are putting it on for free on YouTube. I'm a little bit more hopeful of it. That sounds a lot better. My biggest issue when I first went into this was thinking that it was going to be a purely pay-per-view thing. That sounds good because Wings has changed his opinion overnight because Wings originally said this is pay-per-view. And now in this stream, which is the next stream, he is saying it is not pay-per-view. It is going to be free view. If it's free view, yeah, okay. Okay, that makes me more comfortable with this.
Basically, we're a fight that happens while they talk about the pay-per-view. What color would my trunks be? The ones I can afford. I have to buy all my gear myself.
Make them brown so you don't notice when you shit yourself. That is an actual recommendation from me. Real talk, who here would actually pay $10 to watch Boogie versus Wings fight? No, probably not. Because I don't really watch boxing anymore. Like, so it's nothing I really want to say. Why do these guys talk so slowly? I have no idea. I think it's for me, like, because I am just used to hearing everyone talking at 2 times speed. Even myself, when I'm like editing back my videos, I will generally like listen back and edit at like generally like 1.9 times speed. I don't know why 2 times speed is just slightly too much, because I've already got the video sped up to like 1.25 or 1.5. Have I watched Backy? I have not watched Backy. It's on Netflix, isn't it? But I haven't watched it. One Person on Farms would pay for it and then upload for sure. That's kind of what I'm saying. But if what they're saying is true, it's going to be free on YouTube. So I guess that's positive. I'm happy with that. Thumbs up. You know what? That makes sense because it is a bit ridiculous that people. The original idea was that we're going to be paid for it. Well, which is what I said to Keemstar in my response to him. That if it was pay-per-view, then it's not going to be a good thing because a lot of people probably won't want to watch it because they'll just think people are going to just drop out at the last minute.
So at this point, I gotta buy. I have gloves.
Okay.
But I might get some different gloves. I might get like some custom gloves. Like I was sort of thinking like getting gloves that say like look here, look, listen. Like,
yay!
like that.
There you go.
Like
Ride the lightning.
Boots, trunks, hand wraps. Gotta get Kelly a passport. That's not too important.
Would you rather have Ethan Ralph versus Wings or Boogie? Well, Ralph really only has any amount of grief with Boogie, I think, because Wings is like, I think both of them could beat up Ralph. I would even put money on Boogie potentially beating Ralph because it's like, I think Boogie's like short, but he's not like 5'4", you know, short, 5'1". Sorry, it's 5'1". I forgot myself there. I think Boogie's 5'4", he's 5'1".
I don't know if we get ring walks, but if we do, I'm gonna try to get the ring walk to be the Kid Rock song, or maybe even let me do the Kid Rock song on a microphone as I walk to the ring.
I'm not sure about that one.
Last 10 years, I got mine in 2018, so my passport's good to 2028.
I heard he's gonna have issues getting Kelly's.
Get sponsors.
You just get sponsors. Get Wendy's.
Anytime I get any sponsors I get,
the trolls will go after them.
Likely be, I don't know. Let's not talk about that.
Boogie's gonna be boring and have like Meta PC on his ass or something like that, isn't he? That it's gonna be a bit boring.
Like honestly, like I accepted this fight. One, obviously, like I need money for home repairs.
Obviously.
Two, it's a good motivator for me to get back on the weight loss train.
Yes.
And like
Yeah, he got beat up by someone's girlfriend. Yeah, Mint Salad, who was Riley's girlfriend, I think. One of Digibro, Trixie the Golden Witch, or whatever the fuck the name is now. Who actually, by the way, if anyone cares, because I know a lot of people did like them back in the day when they did anime, they've unprivated their entire library of anime reviews and stuff like that, because they have privated them all because they're trying to move forward with their career, talk about Marvel movies and rap songs randomly, but they've unprivated everything, so I might actually go back and watch some of their old anime reviews, because some of their old anime reviews were pretty good.
I literally have a consequence if I don't fuck with my weight of getting knocked out.
Unlimited, you thought Ralph was 4'9". No, it's 4'7". It's 4'7". You were close though. It's 4'7", mate.
Humiliate.
The chat display is all weird on stream. I have no idea why. I see every once in a while it just suddenly throws up like every thing, every comment. Suddenly, I have no idea. I'll have to have a wee look to see if I can dander around with that to see what the crack is.
Which, you know, not like, well, could be the first time I've been humiliated on the fucking internet, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
No. There's no reason to back out of this. It's all upside.
Okay.
I go in there and I get knocked out in one fucking punch. It's all upside.
I'm more confident hearing him talking today than I was when I heard him talking yesterday. I'm actually way bit more confident in this, because like Wings, like I said, Wings is the guy who's going to cancel. If anyone's going to cancel, it is going to be Wings. You know, Boogie has a bit to lose. Wings doesn't really have anything to lose here. But if Wings is just purely like, yep, I need money, I am desperate for money, I will go in even if I get knocked out. Which is fine. I think the big difference between like why I say Wings is a wee bit more entertaining than Boogie, even though Wings is like a worse person than Boogie, is that Wings will come out and be like, yep, you know what? Fuck it. If I get knocked out in one punch, I don't care. That's $100,000 in my pocket. Something like that. Whilst Boogie, when he was doing like the Sam Hyde fight in particular, was like, I'm just happy to entertain again. And I will die in the ring. If I know it entertains you people, I'm happy to make that sacrifice for my fans to put on a good show for all of you. I was like, Boogie, why are you so cringe? Why are you so cringe? Because that's not, it's just like, really? That's just lame. You're being lame here. It's not even funny. It's not even interesting. It is you just once again talking about death, because you know that's like 80% of your appeal nowadays, and just randomly trying to say how nice you are to your fan base by you're happy to die for your fans.
I hate to say it that way. There is no losing this fight. Like, and not to say like, oh, I think whoever loses the fight still wins. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's just a great opportunity that should be fun and be something to live your life with, man.
I wonder if they're going to do, because like the one thing I'd be interested in if I actually did it is for like, you know, because like in my opinion Boogie's doing this for attention, Wings is doing this for money. Fine. I would like it where they actually have something like, if Boogie wins, he gets a guaranteed next match, something like that, you know, which is he'd like, because he wants the attention. But if Wings wins, instead of getting $100,000, he gets $200,000. So actually give them a bit of something to fight for. Because like I said, it would not surprise me if the two of them just walked onto the ring, and the second the bell rings, they just both face plant on the mat the same second, just to get counted out, because they don't care. He wants money. He doesn't care about public opinion. His public opinion can't get any worse. Boogie, like, I don't know, he just wants to be there and have attention, you know?
And I think it'll be fun for other people. Like, it'll be fun for the people that watch. Right? Like
Wings, I'm going to be really honest with you. The one thing I think you should not argue is that you're doing this. Because, like, Boogie, I get him doing parasocial stuff and trying to be like, oh, guys, I just want to make everyone happy so much so I'll even die. Like, that's Boogie's bit. Wings, I really think, should avoid that. I'm doing this to make people happy because everyone's going to have fun with it. It's like, Wings, you don't care. You will play Diablo 3 for 17 hours a day in slow mode with, like, 10 viewers. Because you're like, well, I just want to play Diablo today. So, fuck you guys. You know, what do you want me to play Call of Duty? $200 and I'll play Call of Duty. I'm playing Diablo today. So you're not doing it because you want people to have fun, okay? First of all, Mark, thank you very much for the donation, my dude. Good to hear your voice. Well, it is nice to have you here, my dude. I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I think that's the worst thing for Wings to go for. Wings should go like, God, I can't Ted DiBiase, was that the guy? The guy who just kept talking about money back in like wrestling in the 70s or the 80s or whatever it was. He should just do that. He should come out dressed in dollar bills with his face on them. Something like that. And just talk about how he wants money. That's all he should talk about. You know? Say to Boogie, I'm gonna beat you so bad you're gonna wish your mom was still alive to abuse you instead. Something. Boom. Come out with some dark jokes, with some fucking funny jokes. Something like that. He should be like he should play the heel. Because Boogie wants to play the face. Like, Boogie 100% wants to play the face. He wants to be the good guy. And there has to be some kind of tension here. You know? Wings, on the other hand, I think he could play a heel pretty well. Because everyone already hates him. Boogie wants to be the good guy. We should go with something like that.
To do. It's not that fucking serious. So I do have some questions. I've been looking into mouth guards, and there seems to be a few types of mouth guards.
Yes,
like
there are.
The boil
Obviously.
and bite type.
Yes, they're
but
terrible.
I see a lot of bad reviews on the boil and bite type mouth guards.
Of course, because they're terrible. They cost like fucking £5. They're terrible. That's the type we used to do when you played rugby back when you were like really young. You get the boil and bite ones. Awful. They never fit right. They're uncomfortable. They're sticky. They're weird. What you should do is go to the dentist and they can get like a form fitted. They take a cast of your mouth and they make a form fitted one, so it just clips in pretty much. Oh, those ones are fat. The second I got one of those, and I was put. Oh my god, I was so. Oh, you actually feel like you can breathe. Because anytime you have the boil and bite ones, if you're taking like a big gulping breath, it is liable to slip off your teeth and you on a fucking mouth guard. So, yeah, don't go for the boil and bite one. Holy shit.
What are your guys' opinions?
See, does Boogie need a mouth guard? I said this to someone in the comments section. Does Boogie need a mouth guard? Because he has like fucking ceramic teeth that are held on by titanium rods in his head. If Wings punches him in the jaw, Wings might break his fucking hand. Boogie is carrying like an actual shield to the ring with him. Do you know that Keemstar made a video game about running Wings over with a truck and it's all hit the fatty? I had no idea. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Oh god, I'm so up for that. Because I remember Wings hating Keemstar back in the day, like absolutely hating Keemstar. But I don't remember that being one of the reasons.
Opinions on mouth guards. Well, I need it for more than one fight. But like,
see, Doobie, that's the thing. Boogie does want to do the babyface John Cena salute the flag kind of thing. That's his bag. I'll see if I can find it here quickly. But I remember Boogie doing a burn. Trying to do a burn back, because it was back when, like I said, Wings called him like Jabba the Hutt or something like this. Where is it? Okay, it's back when Wings called him Jabba Pizza the Hutt or something like that. And Boogie's comeback was well, it's two comebacks. One of them was terrible. This is the funniest thing you've ever tweeted. I massively disagree. Here it is here. So, how is your day 3 of training? You finally out Pizza the Hut, which is like not grammatically a sentence, but okay. Boogie responded, "Don't you know, according to Reddit, I only eat Marcos." Imagine in your counter burn, like your counter burn in this like fight build up is people and Sam and Hulky are mean about me. It's like, okay, bro. okay, bro. That's cool. It really is not the best. He did come back at him with another one, which is, boy, the only thing I'm eating right now is W's, which is, it's funnier, it's better. It's not great or anything like that, but it's certainly better than like, well, people on Kiwi farms say that I eat Marcos instead. It's like, okay, you tried, I guess. You tried. You got the wrong brand of pizza, good sir. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, swish, it got you there, sir. Hey, Die Mate, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well.
Not that I'm going to fight more than one fight, but I need it for more than...
Biggie's going to come out and be like, Wings, just to really encourage me with this fight, can you print a picture of a potato out and just staple it to your face or something like that? And I'm going to win. I'm going to go fucking Hulk smash on that potato. I'm going to make you into mashed potato.
The fight. I'm going to have a Boogie. So I need it to be able to...
Honestly, it'd be funny if Keem arranged both Boogie and Wings to fight their trolls in a group deathmatch. Well, Boogie would only be fighting me. I think that's unfair. Like, Wings would be fighting like fucking 30 guys in a Discord, while Boogie's fighting me. You know, I don't think it's that nice. Which someone weighs more. I don't know. Does anyone who know Wings more? How much does Wings claim he weighs right now? Because I don't follow Wings 100%, and I'm not sure. I tried to have a quick look, but I couldn't find it. How much is Wings claiming he weighs right now? Because Boogie's still claiming he is like 380. I think recently he adjusted to 390 again, but I don't know what Wings is claiming he weighs. Wings should look like a potato wearing the right outfit. It's harsh, but it is entirely accurate. Boogie fights you in the 4 voices he hears in his head. Oh, damn. Frank Castle, I guess. Well, that's the thing. Okay, Boogie's going to come out. He's gonna get me. He is like he is hitting on me. He is so angry about me. He comes in, boom, we kidney punch. I go down hard. I wasn't expecting it. I was there just to meme about it a wee bit. Boogie takes me out. I go down, hit the mat. I'm lying there. 1, 2, 3. The 10 count's coming. I'm like, I can't. I'm sucking in air. Then I hear the helicopter, and Frank Hassel rappels from the helicopter into the ring. He holds out his hand. I grab his hand. It's like that scene from Predator. We're both flexing on each other. We both stand up. We both look at Boogie. It's like fucking Power Rangers. We both take down. We assemble into a mega sword of trolling, and we go after Boogie. Oh, all of this is more fun. All of these plans are more fun than what we're probably going to get, which is two mortally obese men huffing and puffing at each other and both like having a simultaneous heart attack, and the ref will have no idea who the fuck to declare the winner. He's closing at 450.
I'm
Jesus.
About the bowling bike. I'm scared that
He's a big boy.
The #1 rated mouth guard on Amazon is that.
You can relax now, son. I got this from here. But Frank, he actually has the gun this time.
Everlast boiling bite, and it's like $20.99 or something like that. Right? It's nothing in the long run.
Yeah, don't get it.
One of the first things you see on the Amazon, they show pictures of like the logo of Everlast coming off and like almost creating like edges that could cut the inside of your mouth and shit like that.
They're bad.
I gotta be up at 6 o'clock.
Imagine you're going into a boxing match and you're concerned about your teeth because you don't want to look like Boogie pre-surgery, and the first thing you look at is the cheapest one that they have available, and like, maybe I should get that one. It's like, why would you get that one? Why don't you actually get one that's not shit?
Morning to take my wife to have surgery on her mouth. I'm not going outside to work out. I've pretty much done what I needed to do today.
Which is?
I'm already on a diet. Stuff like that.
Atta boy.
So don't think I'm sitting here eating pizza, drinking Coca-Cola right now. I've been on a diet for about a week now.
Okay.
I seen Boogie's video where
that's really not, like I said, like last time I tuned into to Wings, which is the end of last year, he was on a strict diet, and now it's like, oh, you've been on a diet for a week. It's like, well, you fell off the last one then. Doesn't help me that you said you've been talking about this for quite a while. And it's like, yeah, I've been on a diet for a week. It's like, maybe when you started talking about this 2 months ago, you should have used that as your inspiration to get ready for it, and have started back then. His diets are like Amber's. Yeah, I could believe that.
Called me out, yes.
A decision.
He has a very sexy mustache. You might take my girl.
It is. Damn.
I mean, there's always risk of death, right?
Oh Christ.
I don't think that's a huge risk.
Okay, thank you. Because like the last time I heard you talk about this fucking boxing match, you really genuinely made it sound like you wanted like at least $100,000 because you thought this was going to be the end of you.
So when I go ahead and beat Boogie,
nope.
You guys
He's
want to
confident.
call out Dark Side of Field for a fight?
Oh yeah.
I actually need to get an official business email, but I'm at the point where I feel like nobody wants to work with me. And I'm pretty sure there's probably people out there that will.
Maybe after this.
I've actually thought about that. Like obviously you can't wear glasses, but like, do you get contacts? I don't have contacts.
No, you and Boogie both just have to not have glasses, and you will just blindly swing at each other. Both of you at some point will be fucking like speed bagging the referee's head because you won't know who the fuck to actually punch. Honestly, with the size of both of you, you might not need glasses. Just swing. And the size of the two of you in the ring, you're probably going to hit one of the other ones.
Again, I'm not going to talk about my training program or any strategy I have.
What training program and strategy?
About my strategy gives away my strategy.
Bro, there's no strategy. You hit him.
I just didn't want to promote the fight as early as Boogie's promoting it.
Wings is really like, you didn't want, okay, which I think is dumb, especially he's like, because like, you know, I have my criticism for the whole thing, how it was done in general, because I do think it is dumb that they announced it before Wings even knew it was announced, which is really dumb. But Wings coming out saying, I didn't want it announced that early. It's like, bro, the match is in May. You have 2 months left. It's May. Like, what did you want to be like April 20th? Be like, hey guys, just so you know, in 10 days we're going to hit each other, just in case you're interested. You do need a better build up than that.
Until we sign the contracts, because like all I've gotten right now is promissory numbers.
Yes,
so the numbers
which makes
don't match
sense.
The contract. I don't want to be like, oh, you're backing out. Like it'd been best if we just didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that they should have waited till there was actually a contract signed, because then you wouldn't have assholes like me online being like, never going to happen. You know, because if it came out and they're both like, yep, contract's been signed. There was a clause saying that we are fined $20,000 if we back out, something like that. That would, you know what? Someone like me would have been like, well, okay, well, yeah, I guess it's happening then, because I can't really argue that point then. But at the same time, isn't it weird that there's no contract signed whatsoever for a match that is taking place in 2 months? That's You know, kind of odd.
And this is not me making excuses. Yeah, I'm terrified that Boogie's gonna bring a gun to the ring.
What a boy.
I'm a happy drunk, gone to pop a big mama, cause your daddy's drunk. Oh, I didn't. Owned by Chucky. Put DSP on notice now, sir. He has it coming. Shit, I'm gonna call DSP out. Let me get that stadium microphone. Double dip me a payday.
How about you do a promo here or something like that? Do a promo, because like all we've had from Wings, apart from him kind of rambling like this on stream, is his Pizza the Hut comment. Like I want an actual like call out video. He should do a shirtless video punching a punch bag awkwardly as well.
I need a roof and a Ford Raptor. Let's get it. Be like, Phil.
Is that why? Is that why? That makes sense. I have to remember to include that. Pretty much in his recent live streams, Boogie has been shitting on F-150s. Boogie has been doing, but I'm sure he did do it before, like last year at some point when I was watching. But he suddenly started doing adverts that if you want an F-150, you must hate trans people and women, and you like to run over Democrats and gay people, something like that. So maybe because like Wings love the F-150, so maybe that's that. But then at the same time, it's like, well, you're technically saying that Wings hates gay people and trans people, which I really don't think is probably that good a look for you.
Dark Side Phil. All that street fighting bullshit you be on to, come out here and get some real street fighting. Think of how many Hogan pulls you can get.
That's good. Okay, that's good.
When he's chili coming to stores now, stock up. I seen that they're actually going to make cans of it. Like I fucked around that horrible chili that Kelly cooked yesterday. That shit was kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
The one thing I like is that he leans into his chili jokes. I kind of like that.
Like it's high in protein and it was good, man. I love
Boogie to punches like a snail and telegraphs it. Yeah, well, dude, he doesn't know how to punch. You know, like I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest person who's ever fought anyone who's ever existed, but like, you know, if I throw a punch, I'm not going to injure myself doing it. Boogie genuinely, and I said it back when I watched that video. I actually give advice to Boogie that he needs to like stop doing the bag. He needs to work out. He needs to actually get someone to train him, because right now the way he is swinging, he is rotating entirely just at the hip. There's like no like driving force up from like the leg. It is just like he's like a rock'em sock'em robot. There's no movement at the waist level. He is just standing there, just twisting his back over and over and over again, exerting pressure forwards. And it's like, the more you do that, the more likely you are to, you're just going to put your back out, and you're genuinely going to hurt yourself. He can't do that. He will genuinely hurt himself in the build-up to this. Boogie, if you're listening to this, if someone clips this and sends this to Boogie, generally stop working the bag. It's good cardio. Anything for you is good cardio. Walking up and down the stairs is good cardio for someone your size. Working the punch bag like that when you are so front heavy, bad, terrible, genuinely awful way. As JC is saying, you're punching straight, you are going to break your wrist or your knuckles. You know, there has to be some kind of movement in the punch. So actually get someone to train you. You know, before you start working a bag or anything like that, get someone to train you. Hell, I'm sure a fan of yours who probably knows how to like throw a jab, get them to train you. Something like that. I don't know. Get Frank Hassel to get in contact with Sam Hyde, and he can teach you how to fight. There you go. You're flying. He punches and hits the bag with his wrist in the back. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He genuinely doesn't know what he's doing. And the bag as well he's working on is a silly idea, because there's so much movement in that bag. He's like aiming like he's trying to get like accuracy or something like that. But the fact that it's moving so much means he is not hitting it correctly at any point. At any of those swings, if it is swinging back when he hits it the wrong way, he has broken his wrist. Okay, so there you go. That's a wee bit of advice. Okay, a Boogie punches like a wet noodle. He cannot punch a wet paper bag. Probably not. Probably not. No. It's just that's my advice. There you go. That's my nice guy quota met for the day. So now I can go back to making up burns that Wings could use against Boogie.
$20 for a passionate WWE style Phil call out. Give it to me, Mean Gene style. Mean Gene wasn't passionate, Chuck. Let's see if I can do it Mean Gene style. Mean Gene always talked fast. Jordan here, and I have Mean Gene didn't call people out, dude.
Okay. Why is his audience trying to get him to call out DSP? Are they so not into this Boogie fight they want him to fight DSP instead? Because I think it's probably more crossover between Wings and DSP detractors, because both of them are like so angry and so upset. I think there's probably more crossover between those. I just, are they not interested in the Boogie fight either?
Philip, yeah, Philip up, I see you right there. Ooh, I heard you beat your weed whacker on the camera one time. Ooh, that's disgusting. But you know what? I've got a craving. I'm gonna snap you like a Slim Jim.
That's better.
That's
better.
Me and you, mano a mano, cream of the crop and the fucking fat sow. Old pig roach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it was okay. It started off stronger. It kind of went a wee bit weak later on. I appreciate it, though. Good effort. Can you do that for Boogie, though? The guy you're actually fighting. Could you maybe try and, like, call out Boogie? The guy you are actually scheduled to fight, not DSP. Like, it's baffling to me. Why are you using your energy to fucking, like, shit-talk DSP? I know someone in his audience requested it, like, but Jesus Christ. Just put that energy into Boogie, you know? No movement. He does a thing where instead of having a stance with your body angle at the person, he stands his chest to chest. That is the thing. Yeah, he is standing like hips straight on. There's no like slight, one hip forwards, the dominant hip forwards, or the fucking weak hip forwards even. It's nothing like that. And you're just sitting there like, bro, like it's a rock'em sock'em robots. It is unironically rock'em sock'em robots.
Excuse me, fantastic.
Robbie just tuned in. Gotta say, Wings is such a complete weenie who's terrified to leave his comfort zone. He will never show up for this fight. Which is, yeah, it's a good representation, because I know the PK boys talked about how he's out of his comfort zone the second he leaves around his block. But he brought up the point that he did go to Mexico to get the surgery, so I guess that is a slight point in his favor. But at least he has traveled internationally, even if it is just down to Mexico, which I don't think is overly far away. Boogie, on the other hand, he's never traveled internationally. Am I right? I think I'm right. I think Boogie's never left the country. Boogie, every con he's gone to has been in America. He has flown before, obviously. He's flown across to like LA and stuff like that. I think it's unprofessional that Keem's last minute setting up this match. I think it's a bad look to be setting it up so late when it's only 2 months to go. He's gone to Ireland. Is he in Ireland right now? Are you just giving me this information, Jim? He's actually at my window right now. What's that? Sorry, someone's at my door here, guys. I didn't actually know he'd gone to Ireland. Oh, I'm interested now. I have to look up the footage for that. But I don't know. I think it's not a good look. It's really not a good look. You're unprofessional. Then yeah, fine. But these guys who need the most build up. Irish look behind you. Goober's behind me, so I know he's not back there. Goober's got my back. That's why I've got Goober. She is my guard dog specifically for Boogie. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I just think that with these two guys, they need the most preparation. It seems weird to do it last minute like this, with 2 months to build up. There's not really any, it's not really any time for them to actually get ready, which would potentially make people think it actually might happen. And then, the other hand, they hadn't even done a contract yet, which is really bad because, like I said, both of them are very non-committal guys. So right now we have announced something that may not actually happen, because even Wings is saying, if what I want isn't on the contract, then I'm not signing it. So,
because my main concern is being entertaining as humanly possible during this, because winning or losing doesn't fucking matter. What matters is being entertaining, right? And if you're entertaining, they let you back into the money line again, right? Because that's what really is the most important aspect about this.
Yeah.
Trying to dip your hand into the money pot more than once.
Yeah, which is a good point, but the thing is, you actually then have to be entertaining, because the fight is not going to be entertaining, Someone brought up the UFC fight. I cannot remember what the guy's name is, but the second he said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that fight. God, what was it? It was two morbidly obese UFC fighters, and it was the worst fight I have ever seen. I even remember back when I watched Ultimate Warrior, I remember there being a fight, I was really young. There was a fight between Michael Bisping and Psycho. I think his name is Psycho or Savage. I can't remember what his actual name was. And they had a match, and both of them are old and well past it. And at one point, Bisping had his hand on the other guy's shoulder to steady himself to throw a punch because he was so tired. And it was just a terrible match. Just terrible. So fucking boring. That's why the match probably not going to be entertaining. They have to build it somehow and make it actually interesting. That's why a lot of the fights are grudge matches. What's the ideal outcome for this fight? That it happens, I think that actually would, maybe there could be some fun out of it. So that it happens is probably the first bar I'm going to set for it. The second bar, I don't really know. I don't care who wins, because it doesn't matter in any way. If it happens, then Wings gets what he wants and Boogie gets what he wants already. Okay, I'll go with that. I'll go with JC's one. No one dies. That there isn't a medical emergency. That could, okay, maybe that could be really funny. Maybe I feel bad saying that. Maybe someone has a heart attack in there, and then they have to stop the entire event. That would be like the most interesting way it could go, because I'm pretty sure people would be upset that like one of them coping over would like kind of stop the event. That could be interesting. What do you do if Boogie wins and he calls you out? Laugh at him. I'm gonna say laugh at him, because it's like, bro, okay, you beat Wings of Redemption. I could beat you both at the same time. not to boost my ego a wee bit. Will I stream live reaction? No. If they put up on YouTube, no, probably not, because we've all seen like H3 is being sued for that stuff right now, and I realize that his was pay-per-view, but I still think they don't want to divert viewership away from it, so probably not. Because it is something that potentially could get me an actual strike. So I'm probably not going to do that. Maybe in my recap for that month, I could do like I'll put a couple of the highlights in or something like that. But no, I wouldn't do like a stream snipe off it or like a live reaction to it or anything like that. Maybe I could do like a commentary where I just show you like a blank page and I commentate over it, and I expect all of you guys to watch it yourselves on YouTube. Maybe we could do something like that, like a watch along party that VTubers do.
Does Wings007 still make videos?
I thought he was your friend.
I don't know all the details.
Stream on that, Englishman. Oh, I should stream on Twitch. There you go. I can stream on Twitch. Twitch apparently just allows copyright infringement for some reason. I should just do that. I'll use my Twitch channel for it. King Cobra invades the ring with a folding chair and takes the Universal title. Oh, God, that'd be so fucking good. King Cobra runs down and cashes in his money in the bank. like Wings is lying there unconscious. Boogie's barely staying on his feet, and then he just sprints. King Cobra sprints down, or Frank Castle, one of the two, sprints down with his money in the bank, cashes it in, clocks Boogie across the face, gets in for the pin. There you go, King Cobra. King Cobra then wins both of their prize money. That was in the clause. They didn't read the contract, so they didn't notice, but that's in their clause. If King Cobra cashes in, he wins both. Just that video of a potato or something in the background. I was like, I might do that. Could you just stream your reaction to it live without showing it, perhaps? That's the thing, Dylan. I might do something like that. I could do like an actual like live reaction. Maybe maybe do it live and just show like a fucking cute anime girl dancing on it, because why not? I just want to drive away as many viewers as possible, and I'll do like a live reaction, and I'll expect you guys to watch it separately yourselves on YouTube. If it's being streamed for free on YouTube, there's no reason you guys couldn't do that. So maybe something like that. Who knows? I generally try and be fair with stuff. It's like for my things, I could have easily gone on and I could have like bought Boogie's membership for a month and fucking downloaded his videos and put them in my monthly recap, or done that with his OnlyFans. But I generally try and avoid doing that. That's why I don't like live stream snipe Boogie or anything like that, because I'm very much let them make their money and then I will make my money, let them make their millions, I'll make my 20p. Oh man, screw boxing and Money in the Bank match. That'll be so good. Generally, like Keem, do it. Have a big twist. Have something funny happen. Have Chris Chan come in. If Chris Chan gets bailed or something like that, have Chris Chan come in and like, I don't know, 5-star frog splash off the top rope, land on the winner. Oh, Piggy in the Bank. Oh, JC, that's better than anything I've made up tonight. Good on you. Oh. See, like, the spitballing ideas, way funnier. Way funnier. Restream the restreamer who restreams them. That's what Wings' fans are going to do. Is the Real Talk show, isn't it, on Twitch? The ones who absolutely hate him. They're probably going to do that.
I haven't signed a contract yet. That's why I'm not, like, going full out on, like, pushing it.
Why is this getting more red?
Because, like, you don't want to over-promote before you get a contract. Because you over-promote for a contract...
Which makes sense.
Like,
which makes sense, but really you guys should have got this contract sorted like a month ago if it's in May, and then really start promoting it. Because right now, I don't know. I'm trying to decide how dumb I sound here. I'm trying to decide how dumb I'm going to sound here, guys. Okay, one sec. Boogie 298, Wings of Redemption, boxing. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so when we bring this up, I'm the top result, probably because it's my channel. Okay, so I'm not saying like in the algorithm I'm top off it, but like I'm logged into my channel right now. It's probably showing me my thing first. Clips. That's the one where they were talking about this over 3 months ago. 9 years ago when he was telling Wings good luck on his weight loss surgery. Boogie X Wings of Redemption. I think they're going to have sex in that one. Oh, it's Boogie 298 points. Oh, that person still exists. I thought that hater account was nuked. A year ago, 3 months, 5 months. That's not a good sign. Okay. Upload date. But, okay, so clips. That's me. Clips. 3 months ago. How bad is this, guys? How bad a sign is this? Oh, sorry, I put a space. I put a space in there incorrectly. There you go. It doesn't look like it's really changed anything at all. No. Okay, imagine the coverage, which is probably why, like I said, Keemstar commented on my video. There are 3 videos since the announcement. 3 videos since the announcement, guys. And 2 of them are clips of the same stream. These are both clips of the same stream, the one that we are watching right now. And then you have my video doing coverage of it. How hyped is this? Right now, on YouTube, at least on YouTube, I am doing the most advertising for this match. You know? And we've got this live stream. I am doing the most advertising for this match existing right now. It's not a good look. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of hype for it. You kind of expect a couple other people would have talked about it. What are the odds if Boogie and Wings fight that both of them die in the ring? I think we're working on like at least a 50% ring here. You should be paid. Okay, instead of the £1 I get for this video, I would like £1.50, please. So yeah, it's not a good look that there really isn't very much coverage of this whatsoever. I don't think people are overly interested in it or excited in it. Maybe I should do what Keem said. Maybe I should make 15 more videos on it and really milk in those 4.5 thousand views. I can't imagine it's going to be a huge success. But this is 2 months before the match happens. You'd kind of want there to be a bit more hype, wouldn't you? Can we see a double knockout in the ring? I think we could see a double knockout on the walk to the ring.
Call out Badland Chugs or some shit like that.
That's a good scratch. I want to see a boxing match with Wings versus his fucking squeaky ass chair.
That's me being a little cheeky because like every Badland Chugs video I ever watched, the man seems like he has trouble breathing. Like, Zerx, is the fight in Chicago? You'll need a passport. I have a passport, but no, the fight's not in America. Ripper, you think you're going to be?
I want to know where it is. I want to know where it is. Do you know what? Because if you know what? If it's close to me. If you know what? If they do it in Dublin, I might show up. If they do it in Dublin, I might show up. I might not be able to live stream with you guys. I might be there watching it live. I might if I ever do a panning shot of the audience, I might Facebook myself. You won't know who I am because there'll be like 10,000 other people there. But maybe.
We'll find more out once we get closer. So,
JC, you'll be there. Well, look for the guy dressed in a green tuxedo with a potato mask on, and you might get me. Can you live stream it from the match? It'll be so funny when the crowd. It's just like someone filming. It's just me. What are we sitting on Boogie's side or Wing's side? Well, I gotta support my dad, so I'll be Boogie's side.
Or something like that, because the barber. I just had a thought about the Boogie fight. I wonder if they would allow us to actually do something for showmanship.
Of course,
like,
but they have to.
Lose the distance at the end.
They have to.
Like, have like Boogie slam me or something.
That'd be great.
Hulk Hogan like body slam or some shit.
Do you know what they need to like? Do you know what they need to have them be the last match on, and they need to do the WWE ring implosion thing. They need to do that, and maybe just have it as a joke. The second, maybe coordinate it so that both of them step into the ring at the same time, and the second both of them step into the ring, it just automatically collapses, just for a joke, and just have no boxing match, and just have it end like that. That the ring just collapses, so have them be the last fight on the card. That would be funny. I would actually be like, you know. You got me, guys. You got me. I should charge the ring and take both of them out. I'll wait till they're both like grappling, and then I will run, and I will do like a flying frog splash and just land on both of them, and I will go for the double pin. It's going to be like Bryan Danielson in WrestleMania.
Yeah, the Boogie fight's actually for real.
Is it?
As long as the numbers line up, it's for real. That's lame. I've had 1,600 calories a day, and I'm debating, do I want to eat something else before I go to bed?
No, you don't. 1,600 calories is absolutely fine for what you're doing.
And before somebody goes, you have 1,600 calories.
Just blast Sheamus' theme and throw potatoes at them. That'd be good. That'd be good.
Add another 2 to that, 30
I
seconds.
should just go and dress like I should just show up dressed like Sam Hyde did and start trying to do fucking riddles at them. I can't do riddles, but I should just try. Well, he can't do like riddles or limericks or anything either. So I think we're there.
Fat bitch, you know, you played out, son. It's played out.
He meant 16,000. That's mean.
What did I do to earn it? Existed.
Oh, that's fucking dark.
You leveled your Diablo 2 character really well, motherfucker. Get you something to eat.
So he's playing Diablo again. He's playing Diablo again.
I do have a headache right now.
That's why. Yeah, because that's why I mentioned Diablo. Because I saw this live and I was like, I might watch this. But he was like an hour into it already, and he was playing Diablo, and I'm like, I am not watching through an hour of footage of him playing Diablo to see what he talks about. I knew Lummox or someone would clip this.
Heavy and fucking like sugar withdrawals.
Sugar withdrawals.
I'm thinking about having some grapes or something like that.
I'm just
Get some sugar.
in the background here whilst they're doing this. I am just searching like Wings of Redemption and Boogie just to see if anyone's talking about this.
In me. You know what I got to do? Once that Wendy's chili hits the shelf, I got to do a fucking video, or at least a short, trying it out. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Peace, people. I'm out of 5,000.
Out of
Looks like this
5,000.
stream's getting deleted.
Oh wait, that fucking Diablo stream's still up, Boogie. Wings, why would you leave that up? Oh, I'm having a look just to see if I search their individual names, who all's talking about it. Do we want to watch a couple of like these randos talking about it? Because there are a couple of people who are actually talking about it, but they didn't like. I don't know. I guess they didn't tag it that well because it doesn't show up as like Wings of Redemption versus Boogie Boxing. Should we watch a couple of these? A couple of these randos. We've got their love child here. We could watch him. Morgan Vessa. Sorry.
Shout out to
Okay, this guy's called Morgan Vossa. Morgan Vossa.
Boogie 2988 and Wings of Redemption. Boogie, you wouldn't stand a chance against Wings of Redemption.
Oh,
he destroy
Them's fighting words. He's gonna be in fucking Boogie's corner, man.
you. You wouldn't stand a chance. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Wings of Redemption.
Wings of
big
Redemption.
ups, pimp. You take out. You take out.
Seek Boogie's dentist. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, that's harsh.
Boogie 298 easy. You knock him out. He's an old man.
The thing I'm so bothered by, and I'm not being mean, is that this tooth is very long. Because he doesn't really have many teeth, but that tooth is, like, if he had normal teeth, that would be very long. Irish, what is your favorite kind of fruit eat? I feel like I'm being set up here, Travis. What would be my favorite? Pomegranate? I really like pomegranate. I know it's awkward and weird, but once you get the seeds out of the pomegranate, damn, son, it's so good.
And you could take him. Come on. Big ups, pimp. Shout out to Wings of Redemption and Boogie 2988. Cool guys.
Oh, God.
Knock each other out.
He sounds as drunk as I did on my New Year's my New Year's Eve. Bro, where is your teeth? Ah, lost them in the war. Okay, well, I feel bad now. The battle against Auden has price. Okay, never mind. I went on a roller coaster of emotion reading that comment. You know what? Morgan, mate, you made me smile. So there you go. You can have what we like. I saw one was like a MMA guru has a breakdown about them fighting each other, and it's 3 minutes long. So I think we'll watch that one. That'll be fun. Okay, this guy, he's got quite a solid beard. He must have a lot of hair because either that or he's one of the bad guys from Mars Attack.
Much for the $5. I appreciate you.
He's called Desanya, by the way, guys. Desanya.
Plague 01. Wings versus Boogie is real and gonna happen. Keem said it on Twitter.
Okay, I'm gonna have to speed you up considerably though.
You or Joe should be the backup. That's fucking crazy.
Okay.
Wings versus Boogie.
I'm gonna blasting a vet. Well, dude, he fought Odin in the Long War. He lost his teeth for us and all of Midgard.
So sick. That is such a sick fight. I can't wait for that shit.
His incisors are outcisors. Oh shit! It's so good. Oh god, guys, don't talk like more about Morgan like that. Morgan's a war hero. 2 times.
One of them dies.
Don't imagine one of them dies. Oh, he's ours.
One of them dies in the event. Just hits the fucking deck.
Snort.
Thank you for the $5. Zombie impression of Wings. Shuts the fuck up about impressions. Impression of Wings getting flatlined. He doesn't care.
I was expecting. Do you know what, mate? Desanya. I was expecting a little bit more substance here. A little bit more substance. I did like that one, JC. That was very good. I was expecting a lot more substance from this from MMA Guru. Wait, is this guy Desanya? Are you the MMA Guru, or are you using someone else's clip, which I am now using as someone else's clip? I was expecting so much more. I like his laugh at 2 times speed, though. It's kind of chipmunky.
My throat when I laugh.
I wonder if Amberlin will do a live reaction to the fight. Well, Boogie did stand up for Amberlin recently against me, so maybe she'll take his side and come after me. Hey, Sad Dog Mate, how are you?
I can't see. You need to stop laughing. It's making me laugh.
Bro.
I will stream none of the impressions.
I feel like I gassed this guy up a wee bit, like, and I'm kind of disappointed in the result.
Oh, dude, better add you into the fucking stream. Otherwise, you'll fucking ruin it sitting there like a nonce.
Jesus.
Rico was in a Zoom call with a 12.
This guy's having a fantastic time. I wish I could share his joy, but fuck, this is just kind of, it's just kind of happening here, guys. Okay, I don't know what I think I might be wrong. I think we've got all we're gonna get from that. Like, holy actual fuck. Okay, so searching Boogie 2988. Just we of course have that masterclass of a man giggling at 2 times speed. What else? Clip. DSP won't stop. Stoop to Boogie. Oh, fuck, he has too much pride. Just beg. Okay, DSP. Good work there, DSP. Oh god, we've got this guy doing a shout out. We've got Morgan again.
Hey.
Let's
Hope
listen.
everybody's doing well.
Let's listen to 2 times speed,
Shout out to
Morgan.
Boogie 2988. You can knock him out. Big battle, yeah.
You were on Wings side last time, Morgan. You seem very flippant. I actually don't know if I can trust you anymore. Like, I know you said you're a vet, but I won't salute you this time.
Fight for the title. King of the YouTube. Boogie 2988. Knock him out. Alright, yeah. Big time battle, yeah.
His laugh is kind of contagious. His laugh is kind of gotta love YouTube algorithm. Imagine some guy who has no idea who any of these people are just randomly finds Morgan's video. Oh, was the Morgan's toothbrush? The Morgan's cavities, and I lost. Oh Christ, that was something. Oh, good work, Morgan. That was that was fantastic. Lumix, we've done our search. Let's watch his like most video. Jesus Christ. I don't actually know if I want to hear you, if I'm being honest. But should we hear him? Should we listen to him? I think we'll listen to him.
It's going out to you, Jordy. You know, I tried to box Ethan Ralph.
Okay.
But he's too fat.
I'm gonna say people in glass houses should not throw stones. Also, you called me out for talking about fat people, so I'm just saying.
And I tried to box Sam Hyde, but he would have just killed me.
I don't remember what it was. I was watching a clip of Boogie. I'm not sure how or when or why, but I was watching old Boogie footage, and it was him shirtless, and like whilst he overall isn't the same size he used to be, his side tittage is kind of getting to that level at this point. Like, he's a very front heavy guy, which is why I say, especially in the boxing match, he's going to be really struggling here. God, I've been missing so much chat. Boogie's like Andre the Giant, except his height and width is reversed. Jesus Christ, Frank, holy fuck. oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Wings should sissy hypno him. Oh, but that'd be kind of funny. Or Boogie should just sissy hypno right Wings and be like, I learned from the best. I learned from the best. I know how to sissy hypno any man. And he comes out sissy hypnos Wings, and then Wings suddenly rips off because like Wings is wearing like a dressing gown down to the match, and Boogie sissy hypnos him, and then he rips off, and he is just like in a gimp suit underneath or something like that, and he pulls out a ball gag as his bite protector, and he puts his ball gag on, and then they fight. Jesus fuck! It looks like an ice cream cone. Okay, he has kind of a penis body. Like, if you took off the head and the arms, he has a penis body. Because, like, those are the glands, aren't they? He kind of has a bit of a penis body going here. Like, if someone, like, who's better at photoshopping than me, like, you could really easily turn this body into an explicit image.
But you, Jordy.
You, Jordy.
Jordy, I think I could knock you out in round 1, son.
Everyone keeps pointing out that he spells Jordy wrong, because everyone kept thinking he was, like, talking about, like, the Jordy guy who got in trouble for being Islamophobic to Andrew Tate. Everyone kept thinking he was calling him out True Jordy or whatever the hell his name is, as opposed to like Jordy Jordan.
Come on, Jordy.
Like,
Come
look,
on.
Look at that. There's a little bit more leg movement to this one, but it is like, it is seriously, it is like fucking, right, rock, sock, robots, gif. Let's see if this finds me anything here. Okay. No, it's not even, I don't know, never mind. It's not even worth the joke. Cancel.
Come on, Jordy. Come on. Come on. Come on, Jordy. Come on. Come on, Jordy. What's the matter, huh? Are you
Should you taking your time maybe to catch your breath before you try to do this call-out sequence? Because when you're still breathing this long after punching that bag approximately 6 times, probably not good.
chicken?
It also doesn't really help Boogie's like I've always been very honest. Hey Andrew, mate, how are you? I've always been honest that Boogie's sense of humor just doesn't work for me, apart from his rapping, because his rapping is, god damn it, it's so on point. Imagine doing a call out for someone like you're a 50-year-old man. You're nearly a 50-year-old man, and your call out seriously consists of you're a chicken, chicky, and it's like, is that it? You know, you went harder at Ethan Ralph than you went at, like, you know, Wings of Redemption, who is your actual current opponent. It would kind of make more sense if you actually went. He made a Texas joke, but wasn't racist. Yeah, I don't think it was racist or anything like that. He was trying to just do an edgy joke, and people just got like super offended by it, which I just think, like, everyone gets super offended by everything nowadays. Oh, it's not like the good old days. Punch is the last thing you ever see. That's the thing. This is my pay-per-view. Like, if I open my front door, at some point, this is what I'm going to see, and it's going to be... You're never going to hear from me again, guys. I'm going to be Dunzos. What was I doing? So yeah, that's been going well so far. What else was I going to... Was I going to talk about anything else? Boogie needs to act how he acted on Matt's stream or Drama Alert. He needs to be a lot harder, and he needs to kind of go off, but he doesn't need to act like that, because like that was like a lot of like suicide baiting, which wasn't overly fun. Should I pit myself? Probably you're all probably subscribed already, because you're already great people. But I'm 963 subscribers, guys. I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers on my alternative channel. You know, I'm just saying, guys. We're not going to continue to stream until I hit 1,000. Just saying, guys. Just saying, I'm just going to pull a Boogie here. But no, if any of you haven't subscribed and you are interested in me talking about girl world stuff, and as Boogie says, I am an awful... I broke my mouse, computer mouse when I subbed. I'm so fucking happy. Spin my finger too. Dylan, do you know what? I appreciate that level of dedication. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. But yeah, it's I'm actually doing pretty well. This is the channel which I always thought was really funny that Boogie apparently is now watching, because he is now posting, like, talking about defending Amberlynn Reid on live stream and complaining that I only talk about fat people. If you like pay any form of attention, I make fun of her boyfriend, who is like, you know, he's a reasonably in shape guy. I think he's about 29 or something like that, you know. And I talk about Pete's as well, and Pete's is not mortally obese, so it didn't really work out too well. But this is the other channel. If you ever hear Boogie suddenly start talking about people being like, you're evil and you're mean if you only talk about fat people, or suddenly starts defending like Chantel or Amberlynn, just be fully aware that he is talking about me, and it's kind of cringe, boys. It's kind of cringe. So we'll watch one video. We'll watch one video, okay, guys? I don't know if I could be fucked doing a poll, because my temptations are the ego death one, because I need to watch it for the summary anyway. I need to watch for a couple of these actually for the summary still. Because I think I watched that one. Watched that one. I watched all these ones. So I still need to watch that one, and that one, and I haven't watched the new one yet. Which his AI, Fry Guy, I'm sorry, we already watched it last stream, and I don't even think I could have even made it funny. It's so painfully not funny. I had nothing to add. I have a question. Have you ever had a spice bag before? No. Is that like the drug spice? Never. I'm not really a druggy guy. Alcohol has always been my flavor of choice. If I want to, I don't know, make myself sleep better, I guess. I don't know. That's the vice I always go to. It would be alcohol. As Boogie said, I get drunk and I laugh at him a lot. So yeah. Newest one. We talking about the newest one. Pete's looks exactly like the guy who offers kids offers kids candy to get in his van. Yeah, he's actually live right now, and I was curious because it's his first live stream since moving.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to know if he's going to have a meltdown at any point because he's still dealing with a lot of shit from the cat thing, the cat situation. And he's like live streaming himself in his new room. I just kind of want to know if at any point he's going to go nuts about it. But even Pete's doesn't rage like he used to, which is kind of sad. Have I ever smoked meth? As a non-druggy person, I can happily say I've never skipped all the other steps and just gone straight to meth. I'm not Chantal. I'm sorry. He's Irish. It's always the booze. It's always the booze. It's always the booze. Can I truly be from Irish? Yeah. How do you not know what spice bags are? I don't. I'm a good Christian boy, I guess. Spice bags. Spice bag. Oh! Oh, they're not called that here? Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I've had those. We just call them munch boxes. Yeah, okay. No, we don't call them spice bags. We call them munch boxes. We serve them in a box because we're Northern Irish, so you know, like we're a slightly more upper class. You know, we prefer a nice box over a bag. Pete's has moved. Pete's has moved. Yes, he moved out of the luxury villa. Their chip bag with chicken tendies. Yeah, that's it. For us, they're munch boxes, which is like at least it's a very very basic bitch name. It's a very basic bitch name, but yes, they're called munch boxes. So yes, okay, sorry, that's what the confusion is. Yeah, munch boxes. They're very nice. I really do like them. Yeah, munch boxes. Yeah, sorry. Usually salt and chili munch boxes is usually the thing we go for. I do. Oh yeah, munch box. Yeah, Mama D, I didn't think munch box that kind of metaphor. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We're a horny bunch up north. Okay, so you guys want to watch the new one? It's 11. It's nearly 12 minutes long, so it's gonna be. We're hopefully not gonna chomp containers. Chomp containers is fantastic. So I guess we'll just go for it and we'll see how this goes. I don't get the Tash. A lot of people said he's trying to look like iDubbbz because of the boxing thing. Okay.
Been on my antidepressants now for about 30 days.
Okay.
So, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen,
I could tell. It was about 30 days ago. No, it wasn't 30 days ago. It was only recently he started calling me out. Okay, well, we'll let him talk. I'm not going to interrupt too much.
To Boogie 298 coming to you live again through the power of the internet. And this is my rambling series. This is my vlogging series in which I just talk about myself and life and the universe and things around me that are particularly interesting to me.
Okay.
I'm also going to be eating my lunch while I film this one because I've had a very busy week.
Guys, you get it? Mountain Dew! Do you get it? Mountain Dew! Because he's having a Mountain Dew. Because that's what it is. Cause, did you drink my Mountain Dew? Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Is that really the best we've got?
Believe it or not. And this seems like a good use of my time. So let's eat together, shall we? Obviously, I'm not very good at mukbangs, but here's my food. There you go. You see what I'm eating.
I can't because you really need to turn down the fucking light bloom there because holy shit, I get it. There's tinfoil and there is a never-ending light. It is like the fucking stairway to heaven right now. I am heading towards the light.
It's a pasta salad, some chips, and a lamb gyro. Yum. Now with these rambling videos, I did ask.
Gonna be straight with you, Boogie. That looks pretty good. Gyros, we don't really have too many of them around here. Our food is pretty limited to mainly munch boxes, apparently. But yeah, that looks pretty good, Boogie. I respect your choice.
If you wanted this in the member section or if you wanted it on the main channel, and you guys said main channels, but do me a favor.
Imagine asking people, do you guys want to have to pay for this video? Or do you want it to be free? And like people came out and said, free please. It's like, yeah, guy, no shit. No shit, guys.
Consider becoming a member anyway to help support these videos so I can keep making them, all right? All right, there we go. Oh.
But you get more than enough views that you can support yourself fine enough. Stop it. That has to be Boogie's 7th taco. It's his 14th euro. He said he wanted to do mukbangs in the New Year. Yeah, during that live stream with the Clum guy, the documentarian dude, they were talking about him potentially starting to do mukbangs.
Now, if you remember, I got on one of those antidepressants back when I was struggling with wanting to delete myself.
Guys, if you remember my medical records and my medical history, you guys probably remember that I got on my my antidepressant in July 2019. If you remember that, guys, I'm sure most of you guys, bro, even I wouldn't remember. Like, come on, if you remember that, who would remember that?
And you know what? That antidepressant did a very good job.
Mama D, that is not huge. I could eat 3 of them. That looks. But if I eat 3 of them, this is a joke for my Amber Lynn crowds. If I eat 3 of them, that would technically be considered a binge. Is Boog streaming? I have no idea. He might be.
It kept me from wanting to delete myself.
I don't want to just go straight out and say that's not really how antidepressants work. It's not like you're like one day sitting there going like, you know what, I'm gonna end myself here, guys, and then you pop an antidepressant like, oh, nope, never mind. It's not really how that works. It is like months. It takes like months for those things to affect you. Also, the last time you claimed that the thing that stopped you from wanting to delete yourself was taking psychedelics. However, then you just tried magic mushrooms recently, and you claimed that was the thing that actually is the first time you've ever tried it. So it's all over the place. Where's Goku? Pikamee Land? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a very long time. The binge monster returns.
Effects though. There's a lot of very common side effects with SSRI.
You're really bad at mukbangs because you cut away right before you took the beauty bite. Like, I wanted to see that beauty bite. God damn it, I forgot. Sorry, Boogie, we were watching you one-time speed.
The sexual side effects, I definitely experienced that. Nobody wants to hear about that, though. I even had some dry mouth and other issues, but I had some pretty rare side effects as well. I started stuttering again for the first time since I was a kid, and I had a lot of...
Pikamee Land? Is that what it's called? I have no idea. Has anyone noticed Boogie stuttering and stammering? I haven't really noticed him like stuttering or stammering. The one thing you can say about Boogie is he generally talks fairly clearly. Or is this meant to be like, because everyone keeps saying he's got like mush mouth, because everyone keeps saying he's like constantly high on pills. Kami House, that's it. Thank you. Definitely got an island in there. Yeah, it's an island, but it's Kami House on the island. Okay, thank you. It's Master Roshi, we're going to say Roshi, Master Roshi, because I know he likes stealing like panties or something like that, because he's like an old guy in like a 90s anime. You know, turn loose weight, I'm glad for him. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, very happy to hear that. Because he's made his money at this point, because like he obviously... One sec. Fuck that nose. I really sneezed so hard and nearly fucking cacked out my lungs. He's made his money. That's saying Nick Akato has made his money. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever for him to keep doing this stuff.
Problems finding the right word or names for things or stuff along that line. That all came with this heavy dose of this antidepressant.
Okay.
But again, I was still alive and I wasn't thinking.
It doesn't seem like you were like I don't recall this. Maybe I'm wrong because like the 2019-2020 period is not the time period like I know Boogie the best of. Because most of my research has been early Boogie or like recent stuff. So that kind of time period isn't like super on point for me. But I don't remember in any of like the podcasts I've seen him in like 2019 or 2020. I don't ever recall thinking, wow, he seems to be struggling to find words here, or he's stuttering a lot or stammering a lot. The only time I know people making fun of the way he speaks is that they say he mush mouths a lot, which ironically I just do that. I just did there. I do that all the time. So like people say it's always because he's like tripping on drugs. So I wasn't sure if that's what he was trying to go for here, but it doesn't seem to be. He's just talking about stuttering and finding the wrong words.
About unaliving myself constantly, so it's a pretty good deal. Now the second antidepressant, it was there to treat the symptoms of the first antidepressant, which worked a little bit, but it also brought some of its own side effects, including tremendous cotton mouth. Like you would have thought.
I'm not sure. You already mentioned dry mouth. Did you guys hear my fucking dog there? I heard it through my earphones. That was her stretching.
Smoked 1 million pounds of weed. I could not drink enough Mountain Dew or water to save myself. It was miserable.
Guys, you get it, Mountain Dew. He drinks Mountain Dew because did you drink my Mountain Dew? I thought he claimed that he had like quit Mountain Dew like numerous times. Not even like the time before his weight loss surgery. He was like, my last ever Mountain Dew. I thought he had claimed like numerous times that he was off Mountain Dew and he just drinks water because he always has that giant ridiculous like cup that you can't see through, and he's always like, guys, by the way, this is water. Just so you know, guys, it's water. It's just so you know it's water, because he kept making a big point of it.
Now, if you've been watching my channel, you'll find out that 30 days ago, I went through a religious ceremony, basically a medical procedure, in which I tried a very specific medication, which I can't mention in this video because they demonetized the last one. They don't like you talking about it. But...
yeah, you can mention shrooms. You can mention it. I don't know what you're talking about. But you know you can seriously mention shrooms.
But But I decided after that experience, I wanted to give up on the antidepressants and see how I feel. And that's where I currently am. And I'll be honest with you.
That just seems weird. Imagine walking into your doctor's office and being like, "Hey, doc, at the weekend there, I got really high on magic mushrooms." Like, yeah, no, don't worry. I know they're illegal, but don't worry. A medicine man gave it to me, so by some loophole, apparently that is legal. So I don't want to take my antidepressants anymore. Is this doctor gonna be like, "Oh, sweet, no problem, bye"? And that's it. He's just off. He's just off. That seems unlikely to me. But I'm not a doctor, so that's full disclosure there. Full disclosure, guys, I am not actually a doctor. I might seem like one, but I don't play one online. For example, JC just said, psilocybin, which I don't know how to say, would be impaired by SSRIs, which I also am like, okay, that makes sense to me. It does not.
I feel fucking great.
Okay. Can you stop bitching about me so much then? Can you stop kicking up Twitter? The first thing you do online on Twitter is rant about me, and then half an hour later post yourself in bed being like, "Guys, I just don't care about bad things anymore. I'm so happy." Can you not do that? Because you constantly crying about me kind of takes away from you saying you're so happy now and you're not bothered by things. It doesn't really work. If you weren't bothered by things and you didn't care, you probably wouldn't talk about me randomly, especially when I hadn't made a video on you in 3 months. Hey guys, I'm just saying.
I really do. Wow. And I'll be honest with you, I credit almost all of that to the experience I had during that religious ceremony.
That's cool. I've watched this video about 17 times. I feel I genuinely feel like I've watched this video 17 times before of Boogie Sonny saying, "X has happened in my life, and because of that, guys, wow, I'm suddenly cured." The gym, the gym, DMT, counseling, I'm sure there are others that I just cannot remember because it is after 1 a.m. here. I am certain I've seen this a dozen times. It's just, are we really doing this again? Are we really just doing this again? By the way, guys, I am cured. It's okay, so the next time you mess up, can we hold that against you? Or is it not allowed anymore still?
And the medication that I took as part of that ceremony. And listen, if you're watching this, I'm not telling you to do that medication. In fact, I recommend you don't. I recommend that you certainly don't use it recreationally. If you can find a clinician, if you can find a clinic that will do...
Clinician? I don't know if clinician's a real word, but it sounds really funny. Yeah, that's the thing, Travis. It is for real this time, guys. It is entirely for real. What happened to Pikamee? Who's that? I'll talk about it after this Boogie thing. We're kind of playing through the Boogie thing quite much, because like I said, we've all heard this a million times before. There's really little to say about it.
Do it along with the psychotherapy. You have a psychiatrist there, you have a therapist there, and they can walk you through the process. That is the best way to do it. And if you absolutely have to, and you know and can trust a medicine man in your area, maybe that is an option as well. I would
never trust anyone who describes himself as a shaman or a medicine man. The second I hear that, I'm going to be like, God, nope, never mind, counsel, I'm okay. I might as well just get fucking crackhead Steve to give me something.
With the clinical trials, if I had the option, I would go with the
clinician is a real word. It just sounds so funny. I've never once heard anyone ever say that before. But okay, cool. I'll take the L.
I would recommend that. Nothing else, though.
Okay.
Now, previously, I did talk to you about the experience that I had. You can watch that video on my channel. But I will say, what I learned from that experience, again, is that life is meant to be enjoyed, and you should be enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying it, that's probably your ego getting in the way. You're taking things way too serious.
Okay, I'm just going to say, Boogie, out of everyone literally who's ever existed, you cannot talk about your ego and people's ego getting in their way when you are genuinely upset that people do not consider did you drink my Mountain Dew to be an, in your words, masterpiece. Okay? Just going to say, the ego thing, not a good look for you, dude.
Taking yourself way too serious, and I think that was always my biggest problem. And if
there you go. You admitted it.
The biggest issue that they had with me, a lot of the ways, was that I took myself as far too serious. And
I do not think I've ever heard anyone say, do you know what the problem with Boogie is? He takes himself too serious. It's like, no, it's that you're not a good person, that you're a manipulative person, that you constantly make all these mistakes and never admit to them whatsoever, and still haven't. Even when you did the YouTuber who fell off thing, you only briefly and half mentioned one of your mistakes, and that was it. You didn't mention any others. You then, 2 days ago, read through your Wikipedia article and were arguing with the Wikipedia article that the Wikipedia article on you was fake. I'm just putting that out there. It doesn't seem like you're totally cured and your ego's gone when you're critiquing your fucking Wikipedia article for lying about you, okay? I'm just saying.
I'm done doing that. I mean, if you think about it,
Fuck, like I said 2 days ago, you're not done doing that. Stop it.
Obviously, I shouldn't take myself seriously. I'm just one of 7.9 billion people in the universe, right? And Lord knows how many alien beings there might be on other planets. Cosmically, I'm just a speck of dust. The universe doesn't give a shit that I exist. Doesn't give a shit that
Guys, I'm so nihilistic and humble again suddenly. Fuck, I've heard this so many times.
humanity exists. It's all silly and goofy and pointless. And taking life serious, that doesn't make any sense because nobody gets out of life alive. So why so serious? My biggest symptoms, other than my eating disorder.
Do you got it, guys? He quoted the paint face man from the board man. That was funny.
Which I'm doing a terrible job of taking care of right now. But we're anxiety and depression. And depression comes from taking everything far too serious. And anxiety comes from taking everything far too serious.
Okay. That's just, that's not really right, but okay. I don't really, what else to say about that? Because this is like, that's not actually it, but like, okay, if you want to boil down depression and anxiety to like, oh, it's about, I took things too seriously, it's like, okay.
When you realize you shouldn't be doing that and you stop doing that, boy, shit seems to get easier. I'm in the middle of a Netflix series right now called
That's really lucky because like one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be depressed anymore. And then I wasn't. He honestly sounds like fucking Andrew Tate here. I don't know what is with him, but he's been copying like Andrew Tate things recently. Like he was giving dating advice on how he wants to become a dating coach, and his like dating advice was generally nonsense, nothing stuff. That's just like talk to girls. You should talk to girls. You want to get with the girls. Like, really? Oh, Boogie, sell that to me for $50. It's just kind of like a really diluted version of like Andrew Tate. Like some of the advice he was giving was like a really, really diluted Andrew Tate. My favorite bit though, guys, was that at one point he came out and said, guys, you have to go places where there are girls. If you want to get it with a girl, you have to go places that are girls. So that means, you know, not in your mom's basement, not the magic store, not this, not that. And I was like, bro, didn't you say that you met like 2 different girlfriends in the Magic the Gathering store, including the super hot like 19-year-old one you bought Leo for? You literally said you met her at the Magic store. Hi, Sacketh. How are you, mate? So what's this? And now he's doing the depression doesn't exist if you choose not to believe in it thing. He's basically just doing that. But being like, guys, I just decided that I'm not going to be depressed anymore. And because of that, I am no longer depressed. I was like, shit, that's like more or less the same thing Andrew Tate said. Like, why are you just doing this? Boogie secretly likes Andrew Tate, but his audience would cancel him. I could get that, because like I don't think Boogie particularly likes women. I don't think he has a really high opinion of women in general, so I 100% understand that, and I think that is probably the case. But like I said before, Boogie's audience are kind of going incel-y. Like some of their takes on women like are ridiculous, especially that time where he was talking about the $100,000 he spent on sugar babies, and people in his audience are like, yeah, that sounds about right. Women suck because women take all your stuff in marriage. If you get married to a woman, they marry you to take all your stuff. And it's like, okay, God, do you guys just think women don't work and make their own money or anything like that? what are you talking? It's like even like his audience thinking like Dez did him wrong by taking like 50% of what he had, and it's like, didn't Dez like write the scripts? Didn't Dez like do like all the work, and wasn't she like his live-in nurse, and I had to quit his job to be his live-in nurse? Why shouldn't Dez get money from the fucking divorce?
How to change your mind. I highly
Do you
recommend.
think Dez was a sugar baby? No, I don't think that Dez was a sugar baby.
You watch that if you want to have a better understanding of what I've gone through. And if you do watch that, I think you're going to find something that's really interesting to me. Everyone that does the medical
Holy shit, just eat that crisp. Why is that crisp part of this conversation? Just eat it.
that I've done, that went through the ceremony that I went through, or does the more medical version of it, or whatever it is, everyone that does this stuff comes to the same conclusions. But nobody told me what conclusion I should or would be coming to. I came to it on my own. That's weird. This possible...
Didn't you... I'm so glad Boogie cured himself from the thing that his therapist already cured him of a couple months ago. But Boogie is so amazing, he cured himself. You know, he cured himself, guys. Not the therapist who cured him before, not the DMT that cured him before, not the mushrooms that cured him before. Boogie, thinking that depression is dumb and you shouldn't be depressed, cured him of depression. Yes. Oh, what a shining example of humanity. It's not like this is like actively dangerous information for his very impressionable, incredibly stupid fucking audience. Like, imagine telling Boogie's audience, who are like all like trauma dumpers themselves, it's like, guys, if you just aren't depressed, you won't be depressed. Stop your fucking medication, you know? Which I know, before anyone says, oh, he never told them to stop. He said you shouldn't really stop. It's people copy who they look up to. So Boogie's saying I did this and then I stopped taking my medication. People will do it because Boogie's now talking about how much it works. It's like if I said to you guys, do you know what you guys should never do? Don't buy lottery tickets, okay? Don't buy lottery tickets. Bad idea, you know? Don't buy lottery tickets. I did, and I won £1 million. But guys, don't buy lottery tickets, okay? That's dumb. Guys, dumb. It's so dumb. Why would you buy a lottery ticket? Like, I won £1 million, and my life is like so much better. Like, oh my god, guys, you won't believe how incredible my life is. I am so cool. But guys, I literally bought 3 more houses. Oh god, it's so amazing having £1 million that I won from a lottery ticket. But guys, don't take lottery tickets. Don't get. Why would you guys get a lottery ticket? You're stupid if you think you should get a lottery ticket. It's that kind of energy. Same energy as if you're homeless, just buy a house. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, guys, do you know what? You won't be homeless anymore if you just buy a house. Like, I had to teach myself that you aren't homeless if you have a house. So, guys, fix yourselves.
Placebo effect, beyond this possible, like, mental effect where it makes therapy a little bit easier because of neuroplasticity and stuff like that, right? I actually have somebody in my life who got off of drugs. He was addicted to some very serious stuff, which I'm not going to say the name of.
I cannot wait for fucking whatever Narnia character we're dealing with here. It's fucking Mr. Tubness has come out and he's dealing drugs now.
Because I want to get demonetized. But he got off of that stuff. Hasn't touched it since by doing, well, basically 10 treatments of ketamine in a clinical setting.
My friend got off drugs by taking a different type of drug. Yeah, you know what? I guess. Like, it makes sense. It's like people who are quitting, like, morphine generally have, like, God, what is it called? It begins with M. I cannot remember what it's called.
It's a way to cure addiction. And in fact, if you go back and you look at the history of these types of medications, the guy who founded Alcoholics Anonymous, the way that he stopped being an alcoholic was by taking that brand of medication. Philip DeFranco even talked about this recently in one of his news videos, that this stuff is becoming way more common again. But imagine the fact that we've known about this since the 1960s. It could have helped me. It could have helped you. It could have helped a lot of people, but we decided to bury it instead. I don't know why.
But is it buried? This is the thing of heroin. Yeah, is it buried if it's like information that like I'm aware of and like my child is aware of? It doesn't seem like it's like buried information.
America. I mean, that's America. That's why. But based on the personal experiences that I've had, based on the friends that I've had who've done this stuff, based on the people that I know, based on the clinical studies, based on all of these other things, I think it might be the right direction for me to go in. And the fact that I've taken a couple of those steps already, I would like to think that even in this video, you're seeing a difference. I see it. I see it in my clinic.
Do you know what, Boogie? Gonna be straight with you here. Literally, I see no difference at all. At all. I see no difference. This is exactly the same video you have made countless times. You're once again claiming that you are cured. Once again, this time you've claimed that you cured yourself, even though like 2 months ago you were cured by fucking therapy, and a couple months before that you're cured by the gym, and a couple months before that you're cured by realizing that you're out of your financial, your legal troubles. You feel exactly the same, dude.
I see it in my daily life. Wow, things are just different, man.
Wow, guys. Wow. Stare off into the distance. Wow. Even the wow was the same.
I think that comes from your point of view, because, not to get too hippy-dippy on you, but I think your point of view is everything. If you're grateful, you're grateful about everything, and grateful things will happen.
Cigarettes were good in World War II. The cigarettes were very good in World War II. It was a very good way to try and distract people and calm them down. It's just, what is this? Like, we're literally just watching the same video. Like the same video over and over and over again. Boogie sighing, staring off into the distance. Oh my god, guys, I'm cured finally. And then he's gonna have a meltdown in a week and a half because I don't know what's gonna be the next thing that triggers that and causes a meltdown for him, and then we're just gonna deal with it all over again in a month's time. Where he's like, guys, I literally went crazy back then, so it's not my fault. However, now I've taken up tennis and I'm cured.
For you, and I've been so grateful. And just having a damn good time at it. If I'm being honest with you, I'm having a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun live streaming. I'm having a lot of fun making YouTube videos. Having a lot of fun working on my house. Having a lot of fun.
You know what? I'm also going to be honest. You do not seem like you're having fun on live stream, because your live streams are you sitting there complaining about stuff. Like his live streams are so boring. They're so boring. I already intend for my monthly recap to just say, like, I'm not covering X, Y, and Z. All this stuff that he usually does in his live streams, I'm not even covering, because they're so boring. Like if he's not begging or doing like a karaoke thing, or like I don't know, just like rambling about absolute fucking nonsense, he is generally just complaining about people. Has Boogie been consistently streaming? He's been streaming a lot more than he used to, like a lot more than he used to. But unironically, I would say if you took the runtime, at least a third of it is dedicated to just outright begging, like just outright begging. There's no ifs or buts. It is just him just doing ad reads or directly telling people, I need money. He's sitting there. Oh, there's one of his streams where he's complaining about how. Hey, remember, this is him talking to his core audience base. He is sitting there talking about how, well, the thing about Wings of Redemption and DSP is they're very different to me. They have like really dedicated fans who will always show up, and they'll always, just give them money. They'll always be donating to them. They'll always give them money, and I don't really have that. So people in his chat start donating because Boogie's now saying, my chat do not donate enough to me. And it's just like, this is fucking cringe. And it's just like, he knows what he's doing at this point. There's no way he doesn't know what he's doing. And you're just sitting there just watching him build a fucking 5-minute narrative to get money, to beg for money, and you're just sitting there just like, can we do something? Can anything happen in this live stream that isn't just you sitting there talking about how you want more money?
I'm just having a lot of fun, baby.
Sure, okay, I believe you.
First time ever. I was gonna say first
time ever again. Again, he's gonna say Nick's shrooms cured his bad knee and his back because he's claimed that 17 times last year as well.
In a while, no, just first time ever. Kind of great.
I can't wait for 2 weeks when he has a meltdown and it's someone else's fault and oh my god, guys, you can't blame me because actually I'm really crazy. However, guys, I took up fucking pedalo boats and now I'm cured and I feel so much better. And for the first time ever, I'm having it's so funny that in this very video, Boogie's like, see, I realize my detractors don't like me because I take myself too seriously. I was like, no, a lot of people don't like you because of this. Because we are in Groundhog Day right now. Because this is cringe.
Never in my life have I woken up and felt happy and good.
Okay, yeah.
Normally I wake up in pain.
The guy's never, never, guys, not during his wedding. No, not when he was successful on YouTube. Not after his divorce, even though he stated that after his divorce was the first time he had actually been happy. Not therapy, not the gym, not when he started walking Sammy more on stream, not anything. This, once again, it's the first time ever.
Bad and just miserable about having to face another day. Now I'm excited to do it. I still have to take some pain medication.
The other thing is that's funny, Seketh. But yeah, Boogie does just sit there. His live streams are generally boring because there's nothing to distract you. It is him just sitting there rambling. And my streams are very much the same. It's just me sitting here rambling. But like Boogie just will sit there and he will have people in every single one of his live streams that I've watched so far from last month. He has had people saying, "So are you gonna play a video game?" And he's like, "Nah, not enough people show up for them." I was like, Boogie, you're meant to have gotten rid of your ego. You're meant to be just doing things for fun. You're meant to just be doing things because you enjoy doing them. You're not meant to be caring about, making money or getting attention or anything like that. That's all stuff you have said. And then someone's like, okay, can you play a video game then? Because you enjoy playing video games. We enjoy watching you. No, not enough people watch. I was like, why should you care about that if you're just here to have fun and enjoy yourself? That not enough people watch you? That's your ego. You're upset that people aren't watching you. This is why I always said he was never going to do members-only streams. Because it's like, when I get 50 members, guys, I'm going to do weekly members-only streams. It's like, no, you're not. You would cry if you had as many viewers as I have right now. You would cry if anything like that happened. You would never do members-only streams. Never. There's literally no chance. It's clearly shown by people saying, can you at least play a video game on stream? No, I don't get enough views.
Right? I'm excited to play with my dogs. I'm excited to make a video. I'm excited to play the game. Life is a game.
I was about to say, okay, glad you clarified the game of life because you don't play video games.
We're here to play it. I'm excited to play it. It's a great game, too. It's a really good game. It makes Grand Theft Auto look like a joke. And like treating it like a video game.
Oh, God.
I'm watching my YouTube numbers go up and my money go up. And I'm watching this.
So cringe because as anyone's aware, Boogie has not actually been doing very well at all recently. His videos are generally massively underperforming. His streams are doing pretty badly. I think someone like when I was streaming last, I think this was his big gamble, 60K. This was his big gamble That's all he got. 20K, 16, 14, 20, 24, 17, 24, 25, 15, 18, 25. Like I think I have a video or two that is higher than like quite a few of these. That is bad. That is so bad. He said, "Oh, my numbers are going up." No, they aren't. What are you talking about? Where was this copium coming from? They're just not. Your big hope was to try and rip off Sunny V2 and get some of his viewer base in it, and you got 60K. He has 6 million. He has 6 million views, and you got 60K. Like what? I don't know. The copium is insane. I remember when I did my live stream talking about Boogie calling me out, which was, I can't remember what was, like a Sunday, I think it was, and I think I had like 100 subs or something like that. Not 100 watchers or something like that. I had about 100 watchers, and then people were clipping the Boogie had 160. It's like, bro, come on. You're nearly pulling my numbers on live stream now. And like right now I have 50 because like, you know, we're long into this and I think I've bored the fuck out of everyone. But like when I was live streaming that the drama, without even putting the drama in the title, or tags or anything, I got 100 and he got 160. Like it's not, I just don't get where he's coming from. Just trying to blatantly lie and tell people. It's like he's a snake oil salesman and he's just trying to sell with confidence. So guys, you guys don't realize, but I'm actually doing my channel is actually doing so good right now, guys. Guys, my channel is literally doing so good. I think even on his social blade, he was doing so badly. Where you have him start? I do. There he is. He was doing like so badly. He is actually at risk of dropping under Mike Klum's requirements for views. It's kind of difficult because of the way he did this. For fuck's sake, Boogie. Why do you make things awkward, Boogie? Why do you make things awkward? Okay, so to get the documentary thing, or is there another remastered one? The last remastered one was that one 21K, and it's not even like the original one isn't very good. It's worse. So to get to be part of the PR team that Klum's working with, he requires you to have over a certain number of subscribers, which Boogie easily does because he has 4 million subscribers, obviously, or to have over 1 million views per month. Boogie currently has 211, 173, 236, 290. So that's nearly under, is it? Or is it actually under? I think that actually is under. Yeah, that's under. Boogie has under 1 million views for February, which I think is like the second time that's happened recently in the last few months. Like, I just don't get where he's coming from, being like, guys, I'm doing so well right now. It's like, you're not, you know. It's like if I came up to you guys and was just like, okay, do you know what the thing is? I know you guys are going to be sad to hear it, but I'm going to move away from covering Boogie, okay? I'm going to move away from covering Boogie. I know a lot of you guys are sad about that, but the problem is, my anime review, it really popped off. My anime review really popped off, guys. It's that level of just stupidity. It's like, guys, it just, you know, the anime, it's just doing so well for me right now. I'm basically gonna become an anime-tuber here, guys. It's like if I said that to you guys, it's like, oh no, we can see the number on the screen. It's like, no, it's fine. It's actually, you guys aren't YouTubers. You don't understand, but you know, I'm actually doing really well. Sorry, we'll apply through and we'll try and finish this here quickly.
Scale number go down, and that's, you know, I do this, that number goes down. I do this, that number goes up. What an oversimplified way to look at life, but that is how it is.
Hey, Avi, how are you, my dude?
I wish I'd realized that 30 years ago, but I don't think you can.
How many times have we heard that? Oh, God, I wish I'd realized it sooner, guys. I'm in a time loop here, guys.
Oversimplify life, because it is a very simple game. And it's kind of silly that our brains, through our experiences, and through our self-thoughts, they tie itself into a little knot.
Our self-thoughts?
And you can undo that knot with years of therapy and years of practice, or this medication that exists.
You guys, you can undo it. with years of therapy, years of practice, or you can be like me and I took magic mushrooms once and I am literally cured. Either option, really. You can work at it and overcome it, or, you know, magic mushrooms and I'm just cured instantly, you know. Did you hear 50 Cent is involved with GTA 6? I did not. Is 50 Cent even relevant anymore? Like, the last thing I saw was he was in, like, fucking, what was it called? Lockdown or whatever? Like the Sylvester Stallone Arnie movie where they're, like, stuck in a prison.
Can be administered to you by a clinician, by a therapist, by a psychiatrist, and along with that therapy that they
I
provide
really like
for you,
clinician.
you can undo those knots a hell of a lot quicker. And that's how we should have been doing it the whole goddamn time. And I'm mad that we didn't. So if you've noticed some of the very tangible changes in my life over the last 30 days,
Guys, if you noticed, like, you know, I don't even think I need to point it out to you guys because it's so obvious, but if you've noticed the really obvious changes, you know, like 2 days ago when I was ranting about my Wikipedia on live stream, and 2 days before that where I was ranting about some guy who hasn't made a video on me in 3 months, you know, if you've noticed any of the tangible changes...
here we are. I live stream more. I'm making more videos. I'm more active. I'm working on my home. You can see that as well.
Do you know what? I'm going to make a point that actually January was easily his like best live streaming month, like, and that was before he said he stopped. He actually took the magic mushrooms, so he's actually done less in February than he did in January. Just saying.
Hopefully, when you're watching me on these live streams and these videos, you can see old Boogie creeping back. Though I don't think it's ever going to be quote old Boogie ever again. I think it's going to be this new version of me. I think. Now, I'll just be honest with you. I think the person I was is gone. Both versions of it, the nice one and the bad one. And I'm excited to see
the bad one. Remember that video we covered where he was talking about himself and he was like, guys, I was actually an asshole. On live stream, I'll spoil it for you because I'll mention it in my recap. On live stream, he was like, and even when I was being that asshole, guys, I was only really being an asshole like maybe 2% of the time. Because everyone else was saying how I was still me, I was still being really nice and still caring. But I was only an asshole, maybe like during the asshole phase, I was maybe 1 or 2% maybe, guys. Just 1 or 2%. I was like, bro, imagine walking back your own video where you said during this time period I was being an asshole, and then on live stream right afterwards to your diehard fan base, you're like, by the way, guys, I actually wasn't. I wasn't even. I actually wasn't. I was actually still amazing. Except I said like one bad thing.
who the new version of me is. But I hope he's a good guy. I think
Boogie could find Ireland on a map. I think Boogie has the map of Ireland like tattooed in the inside of his eyeball, and he's sitting there like trying to stare at it, trying to guess where I live so he can come and murder me. So yes, I think he could probably find Ireland on a map. He legitimately sits there and he throws darts at it. He plays Risk with his friends every Friday, and he always plays the UK so he can invade Ireland over and over and over again. That's just what he does. And he just sits there muttering, that fucking potato guy. The fucking potato guy. He just does that over and over again.
pretty good guy. I'm going to make him be a good guy. That's what I've decided.
Good luck.
It should be good. I'm not ready just yet, but soon I'm going to go back and get. I'm gonna go back and do the next level. I gotta get the next dose sometime soon. But as it is right now, I'm just getting used to my new brain and my new life, and getting used to not being on antidepressants, and subsequently, weirdly enough, also not depressed. So that is kind of great. And here's the thing: I'm far from perfect. I know I'm going to make more mistakes. I don't think this is going to make me perfect or great or anything like that. In fact, I'm probably the same idiot I've always been. Maybe even more so because I'm stumbling through this like from a whole brand new perspective. And this new perspective, I'm guaranteed to put my foot in my mouth. But I'm excited to see what that looks like, and I'm excited to navigate my way through it. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Broski.
fun. And of course, I've said all of this a million.
God, I am so bored. I legitimately, I can't remember the last time I was this bored watching a Boogie video. There's nothing. There is actually nothing here. We're living in fucking repeat world, re-zero. Every time we die, we wake up to another Boogie video that is him just explaining to us why he is suddenly cured.
Times before, right? What's different now is, well, those other times, the beast was knocking on the door. I'm going to change your life. I'm going to change your life. I'm going to
The Frank Castle piece.
change your life. Well, this time the motherfucker broke through. And he's in the room, and he's in me, and we are wrestling, and it's a damn good time.
We are wrestling.
I did this last night.
I'm being sissy hypnotized. It's fucking awful, guys.
Brought up some old Raymond videos from years ago and compared myself in the latest videos to that. And boy, the difference is like night and day, not just in terms of the weight, but when you compare it to like old Angry Boogie from 2019.
By the way, guys, I've lost weight. Just so you know, but guys, just so you know, I've lost weight. Just so you know, I have lost weight. It's like we get it, Boogie. You've lost weight, okay? 2020
to the person I have become. If you look at my live streams recently, if you look at the content I'm making, if you look at me in real life, you get to know me.
They're exactly the same. They're exactly the same.
Shitty, bitter, pissed off, sad Boogie is dead, man. I buried his ass, and I'm here to replace him. And I think I'm gonna be a really.
Dude, literally 2 days ago, you were on live stream getting angry about your Wikipedia. 2 days before that, you were getting angry about me and other trolls and talking about how we're all fucking evil, and then randomly started watching my other channel to complain about me talking about Amberlyn. Bro, this is just. bro, what? Who is this for? Who are you trying to convince? He's so pleased with himself out here. He is. He really is like, and it's worked. Like, 'cause his core audience are fucking stupid. You know, they like his core audience are pretty much a bunch of people who just watch his YouTube videos, and this is all they know of Boogie. Most people don't follow him on Twitter. Most people don't watch his Twitch streams, as you can see from the numbers. So like, this is Boogie's core audience that he just plays to with these like totally fake videos. Because if anyone watches Boogie like on all platforms, then you will just know this is Narnia. This is absolute fucking nonsense.
Fund replacement. And let me remind you, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just some guy in his bedroom making videos, right? You probably shouldn't listen to me. I'm no expert.
I'm some guy making masterpieces.
I don't really know what I'm doing. I barely know what I'm talking about here. So bear with me. But I do recommend you talk to a doctor in your area and consider trying it for yourself. Certainly not recreationally. That's just dangerous. But a doctor might be able to steer you in the right direction if you're a candidate for it. I sure as hell was. I sure as hell still am. And it's making all the difference in the world. But that said, as always, guys, thanks for
all the difference in the world, guys. I took magic mushrooms once about a month ago, and it's just amazing. Did Boogie and people have history? I don't actually know them actually having like real history. I think people liked Boogie from what he said, but it's not like they had like history. And then people called out Boogie for that shirt thing, and then Boogie called people and apparently talked to him for a few hours and trauma dumped so hard. Sorry, I died a wee bit. People felt so bad that he ended up deleting the video, and he pretty much just said, like, Boogie, just that stuff you told me, don't tell it to other people. Just talk to a therapist, which is really funny. And then people got annoyed recently about Boogie starting to sell the t-shirts again, and he's like, really? And then yeah, I think people said he was going to unprivate the video again, but I don't know if anything actually came of that. So yeah, that was the worst video Boogie has ever made. It was terrible. It's terrible. People as well, like in the commentary community now, maybe he should tell his story. He already did tell his story, but he's not gonna talk about Boogie's trauma dump, which I don't really blame him for, because it's like I said before when I was talking about the drama. There is information. I don't want to be like, ooh, I don't want to be one of those guys where I'm like, guys, I have information I could use against Boogie if I choose to. I have some information, but it was given to me via DM. And I talked to someone on DM about all this malarkey, and I don't share DMs, so I understand people saying I don't want to talk about what was talked about in that conversation. So I understand that, and I totally respect people for it. I think you should generally try and avoid talking about that shit. JC, have a good night, my dude. Take care of yourself. If ever you should leave the arrest of Boogie 2988, I'm going to call the hotline. I'm going to get that reward. FBI's most wanted. By hitting trauma dump and pop a gut. I remember people saying about him talking to Papa Gut, but I don't really remember it too clearly, so I couldn't really comment on that right now. I'm going to say it like a politician. I'm going to say, guys, the stream pretty much is done in regards to Boogie here. I'm probably going to talk very briefly about Pikamee, who has been mentioned a few times so far. So I'm going to talk about Pikamee here, okay? Pikamee is a virtual YouTuber, VTuber, as all you guys should know. I am a fan of them. Pikamee in particular is one I actually like a lot. She is this one here. She is pretty much, she's one of like the OG kind of indie VTubers. She gained a massive amount of support, 226,000 followers. Like the recognition she gets, like, okay, we'll go back to like her older tweets even before this. So, you know, like 745. She's pretty popular, you know. She's pretty well received. She does Twitch streaming and she does YouTube streaming, everything like that. She suddenly came out and announced that she is, where the fuck is it? She is graduating. She is leaving being a VTuber. She's waiting until the end of March, and then she is going to be graduating. Now, the reason she's going to be graduating is for a couple different reasons. Pikamee has had like quite a hard life. She's half Japanese, half American, I believe. She experienced a lot of bullying when she was younger, both in Japan and also in America, mainly for being, you know, half Asian and half American. Because in Japan, if you're not true Japanese, they are like incredibly racist to you. So she's experienced a lot of issues, and she decided to start VTubing because she can hide behind an avatar, and she was really fun. She's really enjoyable. She's like a fun person, an interesting person. She's you know, actually quite a good person. But it's just one of those sad things, because she made a big wave at the start, because back in the day, back at the start of like COVID and everything like that, when VTubing really started to take off, there weren't a lot of English VTubers. Pikamee, however, is American Japanese, so she can speak Japanese and English. So she would do mainly Japanese streams, however, speak English occasionally. And also she would do full English live streams. And they were always hugely popular. And she started introducing more and more English because, you know, her English fan base had grown really wild. This was back when, you know, like I said, there weren't very many English VTubers. There are a lot more now. But even still, she holds on to being one of the most popular kind of indie. She works for a company, but she's more or less indie. And yeah, she's been having issues recently. She's been on breaks and all recently. I think she probably was getting ready to graduate herself. I have a theory on that, but I'll go into it. But the thing is, she suddenly came out and said that she's graduating, and this is not long after she had tried to come back from one of her breaks, and she had announced, okay, I'm coming back from my break here, guys. I'm going to play Hogwarts Legacy. So she decided to come back, play Hogwarts Legacy, and she got massively attacked for it. She started getting harassed, people trying to dox her, trolling her, repeatedly telling her she's like an awful person, she's a transphobe, she's the worst person ever. And for a girl who experienced a lot of bullying when she was younger, it kind of messed with her a lot. She had a bit of a breakdown. She ended up cancelling the because she hadn't even played. She hadn't even played it. She had just said she was going to play it. She's not even that's the thing, Sleepy. She's not even the one who cried on livestream. That was Silverveil, who's part of V Shoujo. Silverveil, who has since come out and decided to play it again, and said she's not going to let Twitter freaks annoy her. And then people on Twitter started saying that's a transphobic slur, and it's like, how the fuck is Twitter freak a transphobic slur? So they went in full meltdown mode. And unfortunately, Pikamee, she isn't that mentally tough, I guess, and she came out not long afterwards and announced, okay guys, I'm gonna retire here. I don't think she's gonna be gone for good. Pikamee's model is kind of beloved because it's like, you know, pretty simple, but it's a very old model. She tried to get updated to like a newer model, and it really didn't get that much love compared to like the original model, because the original model's more or less iconic. I think with all of her breaks and all recently, she has probably been wanting to leave, and this is kind of a good excuse for it, because when she did her announcement video where she is saying her goodbyes, she doesn't really sound like she's that sad, and like Pikamee is someone who says sound very sad before. So in my opinion, she is probably quote-unquote graduating, which is the word for retiring, and is going to come back as a new avatar with a new company probably, or she's going to go fully independent, which wouldn't surprise me because she works for a company now. She is their cash cow. Like, without her, VOMS, which is this group here, VOMS is only known because of Pikamee. So I don't think she probably gets paid enough compared to what she does for them as being the only one who actually puts them on the map. I don't know what's the appeal of VTubers, to be honest. VTubers, I like VTubers a lot. I think they're fun because a lot of them, it's not like it's not just like, oh, this girl's hot. It's like if Pikamee looked like the fucking Morgan from earlier on, do we think anyone would really watch Pikamee? You know, like Pikamee, she's hot. It's why like pretty much all like the most popular YouTubers are like hot, apart from like Asmongold, who's like just average. You know, in this, like, it's based on your personality, your charisma, if you're like funny or not. You know, it's like doing what I do, just without a little potato guy standing in the corner. You're just like an actual character. You know, so a lot of it is based on how funny you are, what your skills are like. Because it's like girls like, because like my favorite girls in like Hall Live would be like Mio and like Botan, and Botan is. I'm considered a PNG tuber actually, technically, because I'm not a virtual. I don't move or anything like that. People call it a PNG tuber if you like are like just a static image. So technically, I guess I'm a PNG tuber. But Botan is like ridiculous. Like, she is ridiculously good at first-person shooters. She is insanely fucking good. It's why I always find it funny, because when Wings started playing the new Call of Duty, he is talking about how it's like everyone who's better must be hacking, and it's such a hard game and everything like that compared to the other ones. And then I went across and watched like Botan streaming it, and Botan is like fucking dominating people because she's so good. Make your potato one new move. I've been tempted to do that. You know, so a lot of it is personality based with VTubing. I think she probably is going to leave. I think she probably is going to go to VShojo, which is the other company I mentioned, the one with Silvervale, who was the other one who got bullied. I think she's probably going to go there because VShojo is kind of like the TNA Impact, if anyone knows the wrestling reference there, of VTubing. Because VShojo, very popular. It's the biggest English-only company. Well, not English-only anymore, but it's the biggest English company, English-speaking company, I should say. And they were popular enough. They've had a lot of scandals. There are a lot of scandals. But the biggest problem with them is they hired 2 girls who are their Japanese branch, but they're like the only girls who like are in the Japanese branch. I can imagine them hiring Pikamee to be the 3rd one in the Japanese branch because they already hired Kiryu Coco, even Kason. She was she left Hololive after like a really big incident where she had a lot of issues and a lot of haters and antis and people that got coming after her because she acknowledged Taiwan was an independent country from China, and that caused massive backlash because the Chinese VTubing audience is massive. And then the other one is Russia, she is just a fucking clusterfuck of a human. She had a meltdown because it was found out that she had a boyfriend because the message popped up when she was playing a video game. She forgot to turn off Discord notifications. So she ended up getting caught having a boyfriend, and then she had to take a break, and she was having a meltdown, but Hololive was on her side. But then it turned out she had been like DMing her biggest donators to flirt with them because she was doing the girlfriend experience shit. So she was like DMing her biggest like commenters and like donators to like pretend that they had a girlfriend in her. It was kind of weird. And she also talked to the Japanese version of Keemstar about drama, which totally freaked people out. Yes, like people are kind of really creepy with VTubers because they like to pretend that they're all like single and that they're all like potential girlfriends, which I think a lot of guys do with like streamers. It's like where people got upset that Amaranth had a husband during the whole abuse thing, which is just kind of weird. It's just like, bro, like Pikamee probably gets paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, maybe over that. Like Kiryu in a year made over $1 million in super chats alone, you know. So like you already know they're charismatic, and then Pokemon had a boyfriend. Yeah, exactly that. VTubers are charismatic because they aren't relying on their body. Like some of them, 100%, some of the girls have as sexy like a VTuber model as possible with like super tit physics and everything like that, and like ooh woo eyes and all this shit. Which is mainly what VShojo goes for. Now it's not really what I like. It's not really my thing. We have like people like Pikamee, who is just like such a bland character model. So like you already know they're charismatic. You already know they're funny. You already know they have skills, that they're outgoing, and that they make a lot of money. So why the fuck wouldn't you think they'd have a boyfriend? So people were weird with that. The whole thing's just kind of caused a lot of drama, and it's really annoying, and it's just stupid, and it really just makes the caring, loving people on the left look kind of lame. Because you get a lot of people coming out and trying to argue, like, oh my god, because she graduated, now we're going to experience more issues. Crying the victim. Like, you see a lot of trans VTubers crying that they're going to be the victim because she retired and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, maybe you should have, like, wrangled, like, your fan bases and people in your community and told them this shit isn't on, stop it. But you didn't. So, like, now Pikamee has had to graduate. It's not like I'm saying that it should be happening, that people should just go out and, like, target trans people, because that's stupid. Like, target people who fucking bullied her. Like, fucking bully them, fine, whatever. But it's just kind of nonsense seeing how many people are crying that they are the bullies here. Sorry, that they are the victims here, even though it was their group that bullied her into retirement, and then go like, oh, for fuck's sake, now that she's gone, I'm gonna get bullied because I bullied her. It's like, fucking stop crying, Jesus Christ. See you, Lisa Bear, have a good one. Yeah, so the whole thing's just a nightmare. It's a bit of a clusterfuck. The Hogwarts Legacy boycott has just been so bad. I joke that it's probably going to be like, I was thinking, well, actually a lot of people have joked this, that it's like the Gamergate of the left. Because even like Brianna Wu dropped out of it because she's like, yeah, this isn't working. This is not working, guys. Let's drop out. This is looking bad. Because they didn't, the boycott, massively unsuccessful. Hogwarts Legacy was like the best-selling game in Steam history. Massively successful game. Probably by a lot of people who bought it specifically because of the boycott. But now you have people like attacking streamers and doxing streamers. Like Silvervale was doxed because she live streamed the game. So now you have people who are outright going out and harassing generally women which isn't a good look anyway. It doesn't really help you too much when you're all like the proud feministy types and you're out harassing women for wanting to play a game, especially when you have ones going like Pikamee's American English, whatever. Silverveil's American. Okay, I think she's American. I don't know much about Silverveil. But it's like so weird when you have like Mio, who's like one of my favorite VTuber girls. She is just like a chill woman. She's like 38, 39, something like that. I think she's in her late 30s. She likes tarot card readings. She likes magic. She's interested in like magic and gemstones in real life. That's just her hobby. So when a wizard game came out, she's like, oh, I love wizard stuff. I love magic. I want to play it. And you see people on Twitter having meltdowns because Mio's playing it, being like, oh, another day of me having to stop following the VTubers that I love. And it's just like, bro, she is Japanese. She has no idea what this drama even exists. She probably doesn't even know who the fuck J.K. Rowling is. She has no idea about any of this shit. She is Japanese. It is so weird that you guys who are like acting like the super tolerant left are like imposing your cultural standards on like Japan. It's like, that's very colonial of you. Thank you very much. It's like, I don't get it. It just looks so bad from every angle, and it's bizarre that people do not understand this whatsoever, that they just are making themselves look super bad. Need to be a B-tuber? That's the thing, you need to be a B-tuber. Everyone should be a B-tuber. So I'm tempted to get my wee potato guy animated. I think that could be fun. And do like a VTubing thing. I was going to, when I eventually make my video on flamenco, I was going to, because like flamenco's avatar, the Pup in the Cup, if anyone knows what that is, his Pup in the Cup is like a stock one. It's like the basic one for like whatever VTubing company, VTubing studio he uses. It's like the basic model for it. So I was tempted to use that and do a VTubing thing whilst I'm talking about him. How come you never made your flam video? Oh, it's still in the works. Every once in a while, I just find more stuff to watch on it because I'm trying to like be like as catch-all as possible in it. I'm trying to cover like as much as possible because anyone who talked about flamenco generally just says, oh yeah, he was weird with Xanderhall. They cover like the same 3 points. It's like, oh, he was weird with Xanderhall. Oh yeah, he had sock puppet accounts and was weird with Vosh. Oh yeah, the pedo shit. My thoughts on him: I think he's terminally online. I don't think he's like a into kids or anything like that. I think he is the sub. Because a lot of people go like, oh, he's so into kids, because he read Boy Soprano, and it's like, it's kind of weird because Boy Soprano is like a young boy with 2 adult women. And it's already been found that he has like an advertisement he did on like Reddit looking for like a dommy mommy type, and it's just like, okay, well, I think he's the opposite. He wants to be the little boy. I think he wants a big dommy mommy to like master him pretty much and be all dom for him. Yeah, that's the thing, Sleepy. He is so terminally online. What I was going to try and portray the video as is that Flam had 2 internet daddies, and he picked the wrong one. Because Flam had Medicare, and he had Ralph. Those were his 2 internet daddies. And he wanted to be like Medicare. He really wanted to be like Medicare. But he learned nothing from Medicare. Nothing at all. He is just Ralph. Though he's in his 20s, but he's in his 30s. Yeah, he claimed he's in his 20s. I think he claimed he's like 26 or something like that. And he said he had only claimed that to make it harder to dox him, which I get. That's fine and all. People saying, oh, it's because he was being weird because he's trying to pretend he's in his 20s so he could hang out with like Augie RFC and stuff like that. And maybe that was the case. But I don't really know. I think that's a bit of a reach. I could totally understand that he was doing it to avoid being doxxed. That makes sense to me, I guess. But yeah, he just picked the wrong internet dad. He didn't seem to get one of Medicare's big points is that no one on the internet is your friend. Like you're not friends with the people you do a podcast with every once in a while. You're not friends with people you talk with every once in a while via email or something like that. They're not like your best buddies. And also to just not take the internet too seriously. But then you have Flam like raging out because Salvo Pancakes stabbed a Sonic toy. And he's like, guys, that's a death threat. That's a death. He's like, bro, he stabbed a Sonic toy. Calm yourself down. Like it's that was one of the most pathetic things. The song. He's also a kind of a pathological liar. The Mike the Bike song of Hey Flamenco, Leave Your Kids Alone Vinegar has the rule, no internet friends. Yes, and that is a rule that I like to abide by as well. I've been very honest with people my watchers and all. That's why I've had people offer to set up Discords and all for me before, and I've always said no, because that's not really my jam. I like to engage via. We'll do a stream every once in a while. We'll do all my comment section, my videos, but that's about it. You know, Flamenco is the other one. Salvo's terminally online too. Oh yeah, 100%. Salvo's a troll though. That's the thing. At least Salvo is a troll. He is terminally online to troll people and to mess with people. Flamenco just somehow didn't get that at all, and it was just kind of cringe. Where he got so upset about the Mike the Bike song and took a big wobbler about it. But then people was like, "Oh, but you played, you know, what was it called? MC Jarbo all the time, where he calls everyone a pedophile." And Flam's like, "No, never. He never did that. Nope, that doesn't happen. Nope, doesn't happen. Nope, that doesn't actually happen." The Salvo rabbit hole's much deeper. I've heard bits and pieces about Salvo, but he's he's not someone I really knew anything about before he was on Keemstar's show, and then I've only really looked into him regarding the flamenco stuff, so I haven't really gone that much further into Salvo. I know he's made a new video recently about allegations against him and being kind of a creepy weirdo, but I haven't really watched anything like that yet. But yeah, no, it's just kind of weird that Flamenco just lies so much, and he constantly lies, and he gets caught in lies, and then he turns around and goes like, "Oh, I misremembered. I misspoke. Well, I walked it back, so it doesn't count anymore." And it's like really pathetic when he does that, and it's like, bro, you're saying all this stupid shit, and then you think that you're absolved of all sin just because you went, "Well, I walked it back." Why are we still bringing it up, guys? Why are you still mad at me? I walked it back. I walked it back. Why are you upset? Why are people upset about me? I walked it back, and it just comes across as like really, really, really pathetic and disingenuous. You want my insight on him? Tommy did an interview on him, and it's so damaging. Salvo, interview with him or on him? I'll have to check it out. I haven't really watched Tommy C that much recently. I used to dip in every once in a while, like not huge. This is a thing where like I would never really go for like the commentary community, drama community kind of with him. Okay, it'll be interesting. I couldn't really get into any of that because I never watched Argia RFC, Nick Diorio, or anyone like that until I started doing the flamenco stuff, and then I started watching Nick's coverage of flamenco, and I started watching like literally because like I don't know my vast amount of autism, I am just sitting there watching like every Augie RFC that is still available that has flamenco in it, just to see him what he's saying about stuff, because he always like contradicts himself and like, you know, just says dumb stuff that ends up being like false later on or contradicts something he said before. So I'm just kind of watching through it just to see if he says anything particularly interesting, because like I said, I want this to be quite thorough, and I want it to be like the most thorough like breakdown of like flamenco online, because a lot of the other ones I find just kind of cover the same points just over and over and over again, which is like fine, but I don't know. I think that the biggest problem with me, and I'm gonna be straight up, is I'm kind of a bit perfectionisty, which you might not realize when you see how shit most of my videos are. But when I'm talking about, because like Boogie, I know a lot about Boogie, so I'm quite comfortable just to talk ad lib about Boogie or do like a quick video on him because I generally know him well enough. But for someone like flamenco and all, I kind of feel like I'm stepping into someone else's wheelhouse. You know, it's like if I went into someone else's house and took a shit on the carpet, you know, because I didn't really know enough about the situations. Because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, do like a video on Cyrax." It's like, well, I know bits and pieces about Cyrax, and if I wanted to know about Cyrax, I would literally have to sit down and watch a bunch of his live streams and read his entire Kiwi Farms article and watch every clip on it. However, boxing match, I think Flem was kind of back on it. It wasn't flamenco and Salvo, it was flamenco and a guy called Bunk. I don't actually really know who Bunk is because it's a recent thing that came out, so I need to look into that to try and top it all off, because that's kind of being pushed a lot since I started planning the video, unfortunately. But yeah, flamenco is just being a bit of a pussy weirdo about the whole thing. Yeah, I just don't get it. How often I shit on other people's carpets? Well, I'm Irish, so like a relatively large amount, probably compared to like other people, probably quite a high amount. Bunk politics, okay, that guy. So yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just one of those things where I don't particularly like to go in to someone else's yard and then try and talk like I'm an expert on and make a video, because I could like, if I really wanted to. It's like the argument I made with the Boogie thing as well. If I really, really wanted to, with Boogie, like Boogie says, "Oh, he makes videos lying about me, and he just wants my attention, and he's just doing this all for attention and clout." Like, if I was doing that, I could have pumped out so many more videos on Boogie or more popular lol cows or more popular news events that are going on by just watching a couple other people's videos and mashing them together and making my own, which a lot of people do. But I like to do my own research. I like to go to the source and watch the source. You know, it's like none of the stuff for Boogie that I have included in my videos are like, well, someone else in a video mentioned this, but you know, whatever. And I'll just say it like it's fact. I generally try and find the original video or the original stream, and then on the very rare chances I can't because it's been nuked, I will specifically say I have not been able to verify this. You know, so I don't know. I just think I'm a bit overly particular sometimes, and kind of unfortunately autistic sometimes with trying to deal with details when I could just really easily. I could just have watched 2 other people's like videos on flamenco and then a day later put out a video just more or less saying what they said but with my twist on it, which I'm sure a lot of people would watch and probably enjoy. And like, you know, it'd be easy, but like I like to do my own research before I talk about something, which really slows me down. Maybe I'll change. Maybe once I get more comfortable with YouTubing and stuff like that, I'll be more willing to just quickly do that. But firstly, I'm incredibly lazy, and secondly, I don't know. I don't know. I just I'm kind of I'm a little autistic myself. What was that? I'm a bit of a scientist myself, the Willem Dafoe thing. But yeah, I think I'm at this point. I'm just kind of rambling about nonsense here, so I probably should head off here. So I do appreciate everyone who stuck around to the end. I'm surprised I still have like 33 people watching. I'm surprised I kept that many when it was just me rambling about nonsense. So yes, I'm gonna head off here. Good stream. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone enjoyed the thing. Unfortunately, like the Boogie video was easily the worst bit of the entire stream. I regret watching it because it is so bad. It's not even fun. So yes, guys. Hope you take care of yourselves. Hope you have a good week. I'm going to start working pretty soon on trying to get the monthly recap done, but it's probably going to still be another couple of days here. I'm hoping for Sunday is kind of where I'm aiming for here, guys. Okay? So, take care of yourselves here. Have a good. Take care of yourselves now. Alrighty. Bye-bye.